Shout out to Smooth J Stu for that awesome beat. We gonna be vibing that every single time, bro. I swear to God, every time that intro starts, man, it's like you in the vibe, bro. You in the vibe, man. Where my nigga Smooth J Stu at, man? We miss you, bro. We miss you. But yeah, bro. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another episode of Nerd Talk. This is episode 45, most possibly the last Nerd Talk of 2022. Yeah, man, it's been a year, Ty. Can you believe that?
I can't. Just a year ago, we were sitting here saying The Matrix Resurrections was a piece of shit, bro.
Just a year ago, we were watching Scream. We did the watch along for Scream.
That's wild, bro. I can't, man. It's been a year since Matrix Resurrections came out, bro. Man,
it's been a year since Spider-Man No Way Home, bro. Like, goddamn, yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm here with my boy Tyler. What's going on, Ty, man?
What's up, man? You know, it was a good day, bro. Yeah. My first half of the day, I had to go to work. Shit. Second half of the day, it made up for it. Got all my Christmas gifts packed and ready to go.
Nice.
Got all my stuff too. Happy. All my stuff came in pristine condition. I couldn't ask for anything more as a physical media collector.
For sure. My day was cool too. You know, I chilled. I got mostly all my Christmas gifts out the way. I bought my stepdaughter something. I got my fiance's gifts out the way, and I got myself a little something too. You know, I got some stuff for Christmas. I don't know what they are, but I guess I'll wait till Christmas Day. Most likely, who knows if a video will be coming? It might be like YouTube short of me opening my gift. You guys just had to wait and see what it is. But yeah, my day was cool too. I'm very excited for today's topics. We got a decent amount of topics to talk about today. Obviously, our biggest topic of today is talking about Avatar: The Way of Water. So if you guys want to know, it's going to be a spoiler-filled review. I have a non-spoiler review on my channel. If you guys want to check that out, if you guys don't want to be spoiled, go check that out. Then come back and watch this if you've seen the movie already. But first, we got to get into a couple topics first before we get into that. But let me jump into the chat real quick. We got Movie Hunter in the chat. Movie Hunter.
Yo.
I told you, bro. If you got any extra steals, bro, that you trying to get rid of, you know my address, man. Just go ahead and ship them my way, bro. I love to take them off your hands. Going to see this tonight, so I'll be back to watch the replay. All right, bro. Go ahead and check it out. Go check it out. We got Emmett saying, "What's up? When will you do a Q&A question again?" I don't know when I'll be doing it. I'll probably be doing it in the beginning of the year. So just expect like a channel update, live Q&A thing in the beginning of next year. And also I'll be talking about towards the end of this video or the end of the stream, I'll be talking about the things I'll be doing starting in 2023. We got AK in the building saying, "Hi, Alex Thomas. What's going on?" We got my little brother Marquise in the chat saying, "What's up? What's going on?" Let me know if you saw Avatar, Marquise, because if you're not, you're going to be spoiled. We got Jerry in the chat. What's going on, Jerry? I haven't seen you in the chat.
No.
What's going on, buddy? But yeah, let's go ahead and start with our first topic of the day, and that is Scream 6, baby. And they're actually calling it Scream 6. Thank you, Paramount. Don't you dare fucking call this movie Scream 2, because we already got a Scream 2, and we already had a Scream 1, but I understand why you guys did it, because every fucking franchise is calling the new reboot the first movie. So, but there's a new trailer that just came out. It's only 1 minute long. It's basically like a teaser trailer. And I just watched it. I forgot to watch it before the show, so I watched it before the show, and it's good. I mean, it's you know, it's not that much. It's just, you know, they're on the train in New York, and it's Halloween clearly because everyone's in costume, and they see like 3 or 4 ghost masks, and like, oh shit, this is not good. And yeah, I like the concept though, because to be in the situation of Halloween, it's got to be terrifying because the costume is known to be worn on Halloween. So they, you know, you don't know who the killer is or which, you know, person in the ghost face is actually the killer. But yeah, Tyler, you saw the trailer. What you thought about it?
First of all, that situation is what happens when you have nothing but white people in your movie. Okay. Let me tell you, because all these fucking people, they just went through the last Scream movie and they say, "Oh, let me ride the New York City subway on Halloween."
For sure.
You are asking to meet Mr. Ghostface, okay?
For sure.
Most of you guys,
they thought they were safe in numbers too. They thought they were safe in numbers.
Most of you guys know at this point, I kind of hate Scream 5. That movie as a Scream movie to me is just horrendous. You know, I was really disappointed with how safe they played it. and how just so bare bones it was. I didn't find the meta shit funny at all. I thought it was very corny. I thought the kills were lame. I liked some of the new characters, not all of them. Um, hearing about this movie, first of all, I was very nervous about this movie because they pushed this shit into production very quickly.
Yeah.
But Scream 2 was also the same situation. The Scream 2 ended up being a good movie too.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard it was set in New York, I was like, well, okay, it's different.
I mean, Scream 3 was set in California, so I mean,
there's potential. There is potential. Okay. The teaser itself, I did like the teaser a lot. I thought it was a great teaser. Why it took so long just for us to get this, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great question. Why it took so long for us to get to New York in a Scream?
No, movie? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like this teaser. Like it's only a minute long.
I mean,
it's only a minute long that shows about like really like 20 seconds of the movie, to be honest.
Yeah, because you got the
movie's been done. The movie's been done for like months. I don't know why we couldn't get this for Halloween when Halloween Ends came out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But
it's really nice thing Halloween Ends for sure.
I don't know, man. It looks okay. I need a full trailer. There's a lot of potential. I'm shitting myself because on the poster, Ghostface's mask is like torn and like
it's like old. Gray. Yeah, it looks grayish and dirty.
And Mr. Kevin Williamson came out and said, "No, Stu is dead. He's definitely dead." And people said, "That's mighty weird of you to come out and say that as you drop the Scream 6 trailer."
He's not dead.
I definitely think this is the movie where he's the killer.
Yeah, for sure.
Do I want that? Absolutely not. I think that's retarded.
They're gonna ruin it in some way if they do that. I feel it.
We'll get there when we get there. Who knows? By March, I'll be saying that this movie sucked ass again. Hopefully not. I want this to be good. I do. I do kind of like this franchise. I just want them to have fun. I've heard apparently that this movie's gory. If nothing matches the kill from Scream 4 where he rips out that girl's guts, it's whack to me.
Yeah, like, Scream, we're talking about the girl in the bedroom, right?
Like that is stepping it up and elevating it. Nothing in Scream 5 to me was like, oh my god, like that's fucking brutal. Maybe one kill where he was like stabbing somebody over and over again, but like nothing to me was effective in that movie. So I hope they step it up. I'm excited to see some of these characters back. Jenna Ortega, the other main girl. I'm excited to see her back. It could be good. It could be shit, but it could be good. I'm being optimistic because I do think there's potential for them to have fun.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Like I said, I think the trailer was fine. I agree that why it takes so long for us to get it because the movie has been wrapped for a while, and this movie doesn't need that much stuff to make a trailer. It's not like they had a whole bunch of effects to do for the trailer, so. But I'm excited to see all the characters back. Emmett asked what we thought about her as Wednesday. She was fucking fantastic as Wednesday, and she's killing it so far. It's like, yeah, Jenna Ortega is the new thing right now in Hollywood when it comes to lead girls. I really want her in more stuff. I want her to be in like some of the big stuff. Obviously, who knows if she's going to be tied to Marvel or DC or something, but I think there's potential for her to be in the big major franchise like that. That's what I'm ready to see her in, but
I don't think she's going into superhero stuff anytime soon.
I don't think, that's why I say I want her to do it, but I don't think she will.
Even though she said that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was her favorite superhero movie of the year.
I can see that. But I'm excited for it. So there you go. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. If you guys have seen the Scream 6 teaser trailer, let me know what you guys thought about in the comment
also,
section below.
Why did they? It makes no sense to me why they did what they did with the title with this movie by making the Roman numeral red. They could have just did that shit for 5.
Yeah, because they could have just did the V inside of Scream. It could have been
that could have been funny and cool.
Yeah.
What they did for 7, I don't know.
I mean, they could have did the same thing with the S. They could have made the S5. Like we've all seen images of them making 5 cream. They could have easily did that. I don't understand why they didn't do that. Like, yeah, we would have been laughing about it, but it would have been better than just Scream. Because for idiots like us, we have, we're gonna set up the franchise as Scream 1, 2, 3, 4, then Scream, and then Scream 6 is gonna look stupid on the shelf. I mean, that's how I look at it. It looks dumb. But it is what it is. These studios, they know Scream is the name. Like, who knew Scream 5? Oh, no one's gonna see Scream 5. They're gonna go see Scream. Come on, you idiot. But let us know what you thought about Scream 6 trailer in the comment section below. Let's move on to our next topic, and it's another trailer. Well, we've been talking about a lot of trailers. It's so funny. But Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has released its official. I'm calling this a teaser trailer. This is a teaser trailer because they really didn't give us that much of the story.
The last one was a teaser.
Now, it was more of a first look. That's how I look at it. It was a first look at the movie.
I viewed the trailers the exact same. To me, they're the exact same thing.
Yeah. But to me, this is like, I wouldn't call this an official trailer because they really don't really give us that much. We see all the Spider-Man, and we know Miles is a little older than he was in the first movie.
He looks way older than
he does look way old. It was kind of like, wow, they how much time has passed since the first movie? That's what I want to know. And yeah, we just know that somehow they're on a run from other Spider-Man. That's what it looked like for me as I'm watching the trailer, because they're obviously getting jumped by just hundreds of Spider-Man.
Get him!
I can see you in the theater already.
Bro, that's the first thing I thought. I said, "Oh, get him!"
And yeah, I mean, it. The one thing we can't say, the movie is going to look fantastic, and I can't wait to own it on 4K. But yeah, I mean, that's all it was. It was just a lot of images, and it's going to be cool to see how many Spider-Man they pull out their asses. We've seen Spider-Man PS4. I watched the video where they broke down what Spider-Man was in there. They said
Spider-Man PS1.
Yeah, Spider-Man PS1. Tom Holland Spider-Man is in it.
He's not in the trailer, but I think he's going to be.
I've seen it. I saw someone. I think New Rockstars or Emergency Awesome did a video about it where they showed all the Spider-Man. Like, oh, you see that Spider-Man, that Spider-Man, that Spider-Man.
You wouldn't catch me dead watching Emergency Awesome. I'm sorry.
I'd watch it. But when it comes to like breaking down things, like I just watch it real quick. But I'll watch New Rockstars before I watch Emergency Awesome. But yeah, it's cool to see all the Spider-Man. Like, I think Armored Spider-Man is in there. They said Werewolf Spider-Man is in there. Fucking
Spider-Man Unlimited.
Yeah, Spider-Man Unlimited. The 8-legged Spider-Man is in it, or whatever. Superior Spider-Man is in it. It's pretty cool, like, to see all these different Spider-Man in this movie. Like, I want them to announce whether or not the 90s Spider-Man is going to be in this. I would love to see that in that design if they can get the rights to that. I think that would be fucking awesome if they could do that.
And if he fucking shows up, he better have his theme music. Yeah, Sony, sure. You have the rights to it, you bastard.
No, actually, Disney has the rights to it. It's Fox. Fox. So if they can, if they can be swayed, I'm sure they can just use like a little like 10-second sound of it. That would be awesome, but I doubt they would. Yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah, Tyler, let me know what your thoughts on the trailer.
Good trailer. There's a lot about this movie we don't know.
Maybe we like it that way too.
Yeah, I do, because we know the Spot is the villain. We haven't seen him in the trailers at all, so I'm assuming he's gonna play a big role in this movie. We haven't seen Spider-Punk yet. We know he's going to be there, voiced by Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh, we saw Spider-Woman too.
Yeah.
Played by Issa Rae.
Issa Rae. I think there's a lot about this movie we don't know, and that's a good thing. Yeah. I like that we've seen 2 trailers and we don't know what's happening. This is going to be a big movie now. There's a 3rd movie. How much bigger can we get than this?
Yeah, and another thing is we know it the way it's going to end. If we're getting another movie, it's like, okay, like, right, how bigger can you get than a whole bunch of Spider-Man being in this movie? it's kind of like they're jumping the shark too fast, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense that this movie was called Part One, and then the next one was Part
Yeah,
Two
part
before they
two.
changed it to Beyond the Spider Verse.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
Hopefully
know
they
what they
keep that
do,
movies too.
but you know, Lord and Miller, they're geniuses. You know, so I'm game. This is the same team that gave us the first movie. You know, so I don't see it going wrong. You know, but this trailer was really good. You know, the more I've seen it, the more I've gotten hype. Seeing it in IMAX was awesome.
Yeah, seeing it
You
on the
know,
big screen was
it
awesome.
was cool.
When I saw it in 3D, it was I think the trailer was in 3D. It said put your
Mine
3D
wasn't.
glasses on. I think. I know when I saw the Mario trailer, that bitch was in 3D. And God damn, that shit looks so fucking awesome.
I didn't fucking see it.
Yeah, I saw it
I
in 3D.
got Guardians in 3D.
Nice.
That was okay.
Well, I got Ant-Man in 3D, not
I had
Guardians,
Ant-Man in 3D.
and it was pretty dope. But yeah, Spider-Man Across Spider-Verse. I'm very excited for it. I did record a reaction, but I didn't put a reaction up. I was kind of exhausted or whatever from that day, so I didn't even bother putting it up. I didn't bother editing it or anything. But I did like the trailer. It didn't wow me like that. You know, I wish it could have wowed me, but it really didn't wow me like I wanted to. It's awesome to hear Oscar Isaac as Spider-Man 2099. But yeah, I mean, and we most likely will probably be doing a watch along for Spider-Verse, most likely before that movie comes out. Be ready.
I'm happy that they're using 2099 because when I first saw the post credit scene for the first one, I was like, oh, it's just a joke.
Yeah, because when
Okay.
he went back and they was doing the point, they was doing the
Yeah.
the pointing
I was
thing.
like, oh, it's just a joke.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I kind of love that they are bringing them back because it's not like it's not a throwaway.
Listen, with the way they're bringing in all these Spider-Men, I think that post credit scene means more than we think.
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
We
mean,
could see 1960 Spider-Man, bro.
yeah, I'm sure he's gonna be one of the Spider-Man for sure. For sure. I definitely
That's
see that.
wild to
I
me.
definitely see that for sure.
You know, and me and AJ were talking. He's like, "Oh, they're gonna have to write it. If Tom Holland shows up, they're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna have to write it that technically Spider Verse is the MCU movie." It's like, no,
No,
I mean,
technically yes and no at the same time because it's still owned by Sony. Like regardless of it being a Marvel Studios movie, it's still a Sony movie too. But they have the ability because it's a multiverse thing. I mean, the multiverse it opens up the big big majority of all the stuff. So they could just say he jumped into the multiverse, or the Spider-Verse. So we say like that's what happened.
being that they have the rights to their shit, why can't we get Venom?
Yeah. Yeah, you talking about animated Venom? I would love animated Venom for sure. Like if
Or
they can, yeah. I mean, it ain't got to be Tom Holland. Tom Hardy. Give me another edition of Venom.
I mean, that's what I was talking about. But
yeah,
and then animated Morbius. Why not? It'll be better than what we got. It has to be better than what we got.
Give me the '90s Venom. Give me the '90s animated Venom. I want that.
I think that's what Beyond the Spider-Verse means. I think they're gonna do some. When I hear Beyond the Spider-Verse,
let me get Toby and Andrew too.
I think so. I think they're gonna dip into that. I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
This is gonna be like a they do the 90s. You seen the 90s like the Secret War, Spider Wars thing.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they do something like that, where it's like catastrophic, where the whole universe is gonna explode and they have to come, bring all the Spider-Men together to stop this one threat. I mean, that's my only thing. But
there has to be a bigger villain because how major is the Spot?
Really? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Because technically, to me, Spider-Man's most strongest nemesis is Venom. To me,
yeah.
Most people say Green Goblin, but I would say Venom because he has the abilities of Spider-Man, and he can get into his head. Green Goblin can't really do that. Well, at least that's how I feel. But yeah. We've talked about this trailer enough. Let me know what you guys thought about the Spider-Verse trailer in the comment section below. Me and both Tyler definitely enjoyed the trailer. We were looking forward to the movie. Obviously, I think Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse is one of the best superhero movies made in a long time. So let's go ahead and head up to our next topic, and it's a tearjerker, you guys. Henry Cavill is out as Superman, you guys. We just found out earlier this week, I mean, that James Gunn is moving in a new direction, and that Henry Cavill would not be Superman. And going forward in this new direction, and I saw this coming a mile away. Not saying I saw it coming, but I kind of saw it coming, man. I did. Things are too good to be true. When they say things are too good to be true, this is what we mean. Things are too good to be true. The fact that he came in at the end of Black Adam, we was like, oh yes, he's back. And I mean, we heard Man of Steel 2 was in development, and then obviously we heard news that it wasn't in development. Like I said it when we talked about it in Black Adam. Like I really want to hear confirmation about everything. It's cool that he showed up, but I want to hear actual confirmation that everything is okay. And what happened? Basically, everything exploded, and now he's out. And it's a lot of stuff I didn't want to really talk about in the show, because they even talked about the Batman, talking about maybe the Batman might come into this fucking
No, he denied universe. That. James Gunn said no, that's not happening.
Well, yeah, I was hearing rumors about that, and I was just about to explode. Like, dude, leave the Batman out of
it. It was a rumor for 30 minutes before James Gunn said shut the fuck up.
Like, damn, like leave that stuff alone. Let that be its own thing. And in my opinion, like I'm gonna let you talk after this point. I kind of wish they would just don't DC. You guys can't do universe stuff. Just quit while you're ahead and just do separate stories like you guys have been doing. The universe thing just do not work for you guys. It doesn't. You guys have no structure. James Gunn, I do have faith in you, but you guys might just want to do separate entities for now on, because to me that's what works best for you guys. Joker, the Batman, like those are separate universe. We know Batman is involved in Joker, but to me those are separate entities and they work. So just keep doing that. Ty, I leave it to you. Your thoughts on this whole situation. I'm kind of like this right now. Like, okay, I expected it.
Man, if I wanted to be one person right now, it'd be Robert Pattinson. And if it were another person, it'd be Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
They're over here doing the Paul Rudd meme, the look at us. Look at us. Yeah. Because they are unscathed, have absolutely nothing to worry about, and are living scot-free right now. Because
I was thinking they're you seen the Jordan meme where he's looking at the tab and he's laughing. That's what they're doing to, they're laughing like, ha, ha, I'm okay. We're safe. We're safe right now.
This is a fucking joke. First of all, last week's Nerd Talk is basically irrelevant.
It is.
Because I sat here and ran my mouth and said, oh, Henry Cavill's going to be there. Gal Gadot is probably going to be there. Ben Affleck is probably going to be there. That's irrelevant now. Mm-hmm. Apparently Ben Affleck is going to direct something. I think if James Gunn really wanted to get on everybody's good side, he would resurrect the Batgirl movie and have Ben Affleck direct it and rewrite it where it's not Michael Keaton as Batman. This is a fucking disaster, This was one of those things where I said it last week, and I've been saying it for the past couple of weeks. We've been talking about this, that I've been very optimistic about this and also very hesitant about it. And I think I'm at the point where I'm just in denial. When they officially announced he's not Superman anymore, I kind of just threw my hands up and was like, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah, like you lost. You told me, so you lost faith. You just lost faith in DC at this point.
No, AJ was the one that was like, I'm just done. And I'm kind of there. Shazam was one of my most anticipated movies of next year. That trailer came on Friday, and I looked at my phone the whole time.
It didn't even show up in my theater. That trailer didn't show.
I just don't care. I don't care. The next year of DC is just I could not see these movies and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, because there's for one, it's not going to lead to anything. Even if there's post-credit scenes, it doesn't matter because we know after. Because what's the last DC movie? Technically, it's the Flash, right? Flash is the last one. Aquaman's the last one. So after Aquaman, we know everything after that is clean slate, which it could be a good thing because maybe we will know which direction they're going. But like, you're not making me look forward to watching anything else.
We could skip these movies. We're not going to because we have content to produce. We're not going to, but I could skip.
We're not going to because we're fans. I mean, I'm still a fan of DC regardless, but that's another.
I want to see Shazam. I want to see Shazam and Aquaman because I love both of those movies, and Shazam looks amazing, and then Aquaman. I have complete faith in James Wan. I think that movie's going to be a banger, but I just don't care. And I think they really shot themselves in the foot by saying all of this now instead of waiting. They should have waited. I understand they want to say, this is our plan. This is what we're doing. But you really, really, really shot yourself in the ass by saying, yeah, what the fuck was that?
I don't know what that was.
It's the neighbors telling me to shut the fuck up. They really shot themselves in the foot by saying this because now that's just, this is it. Like every time something DC comes, this like what do you want me to say?
Yeah, like it's really nothing to say. Like I said, like it's since the Snyder thing happened, it's like, I mean, it's even before the Snyder thing because like they messed up Suicide Squad. Like, not saying they messed it up, but they changed the direction of where it was gonna go. The BVS thing, like everything was like since the beginning. It's been like going through hoops and it's been a roller coaster ride throughout this whole universe, and it just makes me upset as a fan because, like I said, you not comparing it to Marvel, but you see Marvel and they went through their hoops too, but at the end of the day, they're still producing good content, things for us to get excited about. And regardless of how we thought Phase 4 was, at least they completed it, even though the roller coaster went through. Like, we got the beginning and the end of the phase, and we're looking to sport to something else. With DC, they don't even know what the fuck they want to do. Like,
this hurts. I put out a thing on Instagram. Some people thought I was exaggerating. Quite frankly, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I was sad that night that they announced that Henry Cavill was done. I sat in my bed and I was sad. I was. The DCEU is more special to me than it is to most people. There are many, many, many things that it did wrong, but the things that it did right, it did fantastic. And there are movies in that franchise that are misunderstood to me. There are movies that I originally hated in that franchise that I now look at and I'm like, I can enjoy that. Like, I originally hated Suicide Squad. Now it's a movie that I'm like, I can enjoy 80% of it. The third act is unforgivable. But most of it is fun for what it is. BVS was a movie that I didn't really care for. Now it's one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah.
The Suicide Squad is one of my favorite movies ever. It's one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. I've seen it almost 10 times. It wasn't perfect. Birds of Prey is a movie that's not for me, and Wonder Woman 84 is a piece of shit, but we know who to blame for that, and we're not going to talk about that because that's ridiculous. And Zack Snyder's Justice League is the Justice League movie we all wanted.
Yep.
And deserved.
Yep.
I've sat here and was blue in the face defending this franchise when others didn't. Others were like, oh no, Man of Steel is garbage, BVS is nonsense,
Yeah, and those two movies specifically, like in the next 10 to 20 years are going to be held as masterpieces. At least that's what I think. Especially BVS. BVS is going to be that one where it's like, especially if you watch that Ultimate Edition, man, if you watch it, it's it's some good stuff in that movie. Some deep stuff in that movie that it is misunderstood because it's a lot of stuff in it though that they should have just focused on certain plots. They didn't shouldn't put everything in there like that. But at the end of the day, like it's one of my favorite, not at least one of least from the DCEU. It's up there for sure as one of my favorites for sure.
You know, and then Aquaman. Aquaman to me is another one of my favorites. You
Mhm.
made Aquaman badass and
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
You know, you made Shazam mostly work.
yeah,
You know, it breaks my heart. It does. You
yeah.
know, I love I've always been a DC fan at heart
Hmm.
more than Marvel. You know, I always say Marvel makes the better movies, but DC has the better characters. It's the truth.
Hmm.
You know,
It just how you take those characters and which direction that you go with them too. Like
this is gonna be hard. You know,
it's
again,
like
people think I'm exaggerating, and I'm really not. This genuinely makes me sad. I love the most of these movies a lot, and I love these characters a lot, and I loved most of the actors. Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. I
facts,
love Henry Cavill as Superman.
facts.
I love Momoa as Aquaman.
Hmm.
Zachary Levi, I love as Shazam. You know, I don't Margot Robbie, I love as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, sounds perfect casting. Oh my god, that was so
I
perfect.
I don't really. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
it.
mean, but to me, it's like the times that we did get him as Superman, at least we got some epic moments of him as Superman, especially Zack Snyder Justice League. I think Zack Snyder Justice League, if that didn't happen, for it to end with fucking the 2007 Justice League, for us to end with that, and then we get this terrible post credit scene for Shazam, which I do not like that post credit scene. After thinking about it, with Superman sitting at the lunch table with them, I did not
It's
like
not the
that.
post credit scene. That's just the
That's
ending
the
of
end
the
of the
movie.
movie. Okay, well, I don't know why I think that's a post credit scene. Well, the end of that movie, I did not like that. But for us to get Zack Snyder's Justice League and have Henry Cavill be that Superman, um, it was okay for me, you know. And
Let's see
whatever
people saying
Henry Cavill does after this, hopefully he gets treated better than this bullshit. Because I just think he was definitely mistreated as Superman throughout this whole thing. Kevin Feige, you if you got his number, hit him up, bro. It's
I
about
can't
time for him to go to the side, bro.
I can't imagine what he's thinking right now. You know, he left The Witcher,
Yeah.
something that he really liked doing, and because they told him, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and he filmed not one but two scenes in two different DCE movies.
Mm-hmm.
One we saw, one was cut from The Flash.
Mm-hmm.
He made a public announcement saying he was back,
Mm-hmm.
to then be told he was fired again.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, that's the fucked up part, that he left the show. He left a show that was it was his show at that point.
And then James Gunn wants to come out and say, because people were like, "Oh, so Black Adam is pointless." First of all, Black Adam was already pointless. It
Yeah.
wasn't that good of a movie
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
It can go and join. Now it's better than this movie, but it can go and join Let There Be Carnage with having absolutely pointless post-credit
Yeah.
scenes that got
Facts.
everybody hyped for absolutely no reason.
Facts.
James Gunn wants to say, "Oh, I wasn't in charge then. That has nothing to do with me." But you're in charge now.
Yeah. Yep.
You could have kept him.
Yep. Yep.
You could have kept him.
Yep.
Oh, I want a new vision. Fuck your new vision. You could have kept him. You could have a new vision and keep him.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard to reboot it and keep him as Superman. It wasn't.
And
You
if
don't. You
and,
didn't have to erase everything from Snyder. You really
yeah.
didn't.
And that's the thing. Unless you're really talking about just a clean slate and you want to start all the way fresh, I get that. But good luck trying to win back the audience again with your new clean slate.
Exactly.
Too.
People want to
good
say
luck.
I'm exaggerating and being dramatic. I'm not the only one that feels this way. Angry Joe, while being a little ridiculous, I will admit,
I
Angry
love
Joe was
Angry Joe
being.
though.
I love Angry Joe, but his video was a little over the top.
But that's his character
he
though.
no, but it was some of the things he was saying. I was like, okay, dial it back a little bit. He feels the same way that I do. And it's what you just said. How are you gonna win me over? Who are you gonna get to play these characters now?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not even excited for these new castings. I'm not
yep,
excited about a new Batman. I don't care. We
yeah,
just had a new Batman.
yep. And it's
I'm
Pat
not excited about a new
Pattinson.
I'm not
I don't
excited
need to.
about Aquaman. I don't want to see white boy Aquaman. That's what we're getting.
Yeah.
Did you see that? The DC logo, the new one?
No, I didn't see the new one.
There's a new DC logo and it basically shows basically the new line. It's called DC Studios now and it
Uh,
shows the new lineup. It's let me see if I can remember. It's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Lantern. I think that's it. Those are the five. I could be
hold on.
wrong.
No
There could
Flash.
be one more. No, Flash. That was the
You say
sixth
no
one.
Flash.
That was the sixth one.
That's surprising.
I don't want white boy Aquaman. And who are you gonna get to play Superman? Who are you gonna get to play Wonder Woman? Gal Gadot ain't no great actor, but she's pretty decent as Wonder Woman.
I think she's really good as
When
Wonder Woman, actually.
when when she's directed and written by Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know. This is a shitty situation, and I'm not happy at all. This is I'm gonna be a little kid for a while with this. I'm not happy, and I'm just. It's gonna take me forever to get over it. I hope that I hope Dimension that it's like the new 52. I hope that's what they do.
Yeah, he says it's based on the new 52 logo. I gotta say, if you guys are gonna take the direction of new 52, I mean, go ahead. As long as you guys
But
can get
that's the
the right
thing. I
stories,
don't
right
know if they
act.
will because
Yeah,
Aquaman is New 52. That's what it is. It's
yeah.
literally that first volume and two.
I don't know. Like I said, at this point, we really just have to wait and see. I
Unless
mean,
they just adapt every superhero as New 52 and then just don't do Throne of Atlantis again. I don't need
right.
Throne of Atlantis again.
Yeah, I don't need that again. Unless he's already going to be established. Like, we don't need to see that origin again. Like, if you're going to do that, like, we'll see. I mean, if you guys going to make it into a Justice League movie like they did, like, but I don't know if they're going to do that either. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. That's the only thing I say. We just have to wait and see. Like I said, I know this is sad news, and Henry Cavill's going to be fine. Obviously, he's going to keep getting roles. He's going to be okay. I know for us as fans, it just sucks that we want to see him. We want to keep seeing him be Superman because he's a great Superman. He's my Superman for sure. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to keep touching on this because I want to move on to the next topic. Let me know what you guys thought about this whole news about Henry Cavill's basically being fired as Superman when he just got fucking rehired as Superman. It's kind of a fucked up story, but this is what DC has known so far in the last, 5 to 6 years, that they just don't know which direction they want to go. That's at this point, it's just like this. We're like the emojis. That's just like shit. We know at this point. Like, so yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this comment section below. Let's go ahead and move on to the reason why everyone is here, the big topic of the day, and that is Avatar: The Way of Water, the spoiler review. We're gonna be talking all spoilers. So if you guys have not seen the movie, leave now and come back after you saw it. I'm gonna do a timestamp when the review starts, so you guys know when it happens. If you guys are watching the replay, but like I said, like the video, hit it on your watch later. Go watch the movie, and come back and hear all the spoilers that we thought about it. Tyler, since you're the first one on camera that hasn't talked about it, Tyler, let me just get your non-spoiler review. Even though if you guys have not followed him on Instagram, go check him out on Instagram too. But I want to hear your live thoughts on the movie before we start getting the spoilers. Take it away, Tyler.
So I thought Avatar was very, very good. I didn't think it was a perfect movie by any means. It didn't blow me away. My life wasn't changed. I wasn't gonna paint myself blue and run around New York. It was good. It was a good movie, but I have issues with the script and the pacing. But it was a good movie. Do I think it was worth the wait of 13 years? Yes and no. Um, I think it was a good movie, but I'm a little worried about where we're going with this. But
Mm-hmm.
it was great to come back to this world.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah. right off the bat, I'm gonna talk about my fiance here for a minute. This is the first 3D movie she ever saw, ever.
Wow.
And I
What a
said in my
movie.
review, I looked at her and I said, "You're about to be blown away then, because the first movie was a 3D masterpiece. At least in my opinion, it was a 3D masterpiece. Regardless of what we thought about the story, I think visually and the 3D concept, it kills everything in the game. And I think this movie did the same thing because once the first 3D shot of the movie, she was like, "Whoa!" Like that's the first thing she said was, "Oh my god." And even like some of the trailers she got because she got freaked out by the stuff jumping out at her. But I think with Avatar, like I think it was when you see Natiri and she has the bow and she points it at the camera and you kind of feel it hit you like whoa, like oh my god. Even some of the effects of the water splashing, you can see it like splashing on the
That's why I
screen.
said most people said, "Oh, see it in IMAX." I was like, I think it'd be beneficial to see it in 4DX
Yeah,
3D
I think 40X probably would be awesome because you really
because the
feel
3D feels so immersive,
yeah.
and in 4DX, I would feel like I was actually there, like,
Yeah,
swimming with them.
yeah,
Like that'd
yeah.
be
You
so
probably
dope.
will feel the moisture in the air as you're swimming with them. And like I said, if you guys want to hear my thoughts, I'm not gonna go on my thoughts. I got a video for that. Go check that out. Let's go ahead and just start talking about the spoilers. You want to start breaking this down scene by scene? I know will be here for hours if we do that. So you just want to jump in or just
Yeah.
start talking about your
Well,
favorite moments or
we can skip over stuff because a lot of stuff is
a lot of
smaller stuff
filler?
that's 15 minutes long.
Well,
But
let's go. I want to get to you talked about the pacing, and it because I slept on it a couple days, and I waited to get to here to talk about it. We were talking about it on in our video call, but I know you had something to do, but I slept over the night before, and I thought about the pacing, and the one thing I couldn't confound was when we got to the third act. I was like, damn, it's the third act, and you know how most movies are structured where you have the opening, you have a middle, like kind of a middle action scene, and then you have the third act. This movie really didn't have that. And it kind of threw me off with how the movie was structured. It's like we got a lot of the whole, basically the first and second act feel like the whole first act.
yeah.
And then we get the third act.
Hmm.
And it's kind of like we kind of got there like really quick, like at least to that point. And I'm like, damn, like there was kind of no build to this. And I gotta probably move my score down just like a little half a star because I got it at five out of five. I think after sleeping on it, it went down half a star. With that specific point was the movie is long for sure, and maybe once we start watching on continuous watches, we won't feel it. But that first viewing, like I said, regardless to how great the movie was, I was sitting there like, "Where's the third act?" That's the first thing I said. Where when we get to that point, like, because I don't feel it. I feel like we're still gonna get more and more and more. At this point, I thought it was a 4-hour movie for a minute. But go ahead, Ty.
So I think I can go scene by scene. It's gonna be hard. It's a 3 hour and 10 minute
Yeah,
movie.
just go ahead.
But
Let's go ahead and the major parts of the scene and just move on from there.
so the movie opens basically with like a 10-minute summary of the first
Yeah,
movie.
a previously on
Yeah,
Avatar.
literally. Um
I made my
and it was
fiance watch the first movie. Like, damn, they explained the whole first movie, and not the fact that make it watch.
basically we get a catch up. Basically Jake is giving us, what's been going on. They had four
Kids.
kids, right?
Yep.
They had four kids and they adopted
One
a
adopted
fifth.
by Grace.
Well, no, we'll talk about that. So they had four Navi kids and then one kid named Spider who was a human.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
And basically they've been adapting and evolving. And I want to talk about my favorite thing in this movie probably is the characters. I actually really like the Navi characters anyway.
Yeah.
I think they did a really great job with the essence of family.
Yes.
James Cameron established the essence of family better than Dominic Toretto could in 9 movies.
Yeah, he and I
In
think
3 hours.
we talked about it too, is that we was like, man, like is Sam Worthington really good in this movie? I'm like, Yeah, he really is good in this movie,
I
surprisingly, because I
really
thought
liked him.
in the first movie he was kind of like, nah, he was giving a performance, but was it really a good performance? We don't know. But this one, I really believed him as a father. Like I
This, I
believed him every
think,
time he was talking to
yeah.
his kids.
I don't think he works as generic white male soldier. I think
Nah,
he works better as the father
yes,
general. That's basically what
yeah,
he's like, a general.
exactly.
I don't think he's quite at that general status yet. Like, I don't view him as my god, what's her name? Zoe Saldana's character's father in the first one.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't view him on that level yet. He gotta do a little extra to get to
pretty
that
much.
point where I'm like, all right, bro, that's the chief. Like, that's my
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
He's really good though. I liked him. But the family dynamic in this movie is great. I thought that, I don't know if they're kid. I know one of them isn't a kid actor, but I don't know if the other three are kid actors or not.
I think they are.
If
The
they
way the
are, they're
way the
good.
way the way they were, and I think most of it obviously is all motion capture just by the way they were acting. And I felt like these were younger actors. I have to look up the cast, but I didn't
Um,
really look up the cast.
I liked the if it was kid acting from the three that are kid actors, they were all good.
Yes.
I would say I like them in order of increasing height from best to least. I liked the little girls. I liked them both a
Yeah, I
lot.
thought the youngest
The
one
youngest was really
was the
cute.
like,
I
oh
liked her.
man, she's so cute, bro. Like man, like the scene where I'm jumping ahead, but towards the end where they're tied up, and then she gets tied up. Like, oh my god, I
I'm
can't believe
tied
I'm
up
tied up
again.
again. Like, I'm like, oh man, you're so cute. You don't even know it.
I like her. Sigourney Weaver's character I like a lot. She is my favorite of the four kids. I like her
Yeah.
a lot.
Yep.
Um
Stole the
the
show for me.
oldest brother, I like him. He was cool. The youngest,
You didn't like the youngest, did you?
I liked him at first, but at a point, I when they when they did what they did in the story, which I saw coming, and they don't resolve it in the way that I liked it to them to for them to, I was just like, no, this no. I understand what you were trying to do. It's
Mm-hmm.
just where you ended that part of his journey. Just
Yeah.
no. So I had questions coming into this movie. First of all, how the fuck is Sigourney Weaver voicing this little girl?
Mm-hmm.
This goes into one of my big negatives with this movie. Another question I had was, how the fuck is Stephen Lang coming back when he was
You
DUD?
did. Super dead, dude. Super dead.
So let's attack these in
And this is early on in the movie too.
the
They kind of
yes.
explain this early in the movie too.
Let's attack these in the less stupid to the most stupid. The less stupid is Stephen Lang. So basically, I did like the scene. He wakes up as an avatar and he's like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck? What the? Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And first of all, Stephen Lang is hilarious. Not even Stephen Lang. This movie's very funny.
Yeah, it is. It
The
is.
humor was great in this
It
movie.
is. I didn't even talk about that in my review, and I missed it.
It's
After
pretty
I
funny.
uploaded, like, damn, I forgot to talk about how really funny this movie is.
It is very funny. I like Stephen Lang was pretty funny in this. I like how he
Yeah.
freaks out. Everybody's like, "All right, get the fuck off me. I'm
Yeah.
good." Basically, we get an exposition scene where we find out that basically they knew they were gonna die,
Yeah.
which an idiot could have told you that
Well,
you were gonna die.
in the video, he was confident that he wasn't going to die, but he said, "Just in case, you are here for that reason." He didn't
Yeah,
think he was going to die, but that was the fail safe, just in case. And obviously all the other people that was in his unit. That's what he says in the video, and I'm like, you're a little confident in here. You already been here. You know exactly how bad this world is, but I thought it was pretty funny that he made an avatar body. He hates the Navi. That's the only thing I didn't really understand. Is like, why you're making yourself an avatar when you don't even like the Navi people either. Um, and it's stupid that, oh, you're not gonna, you're not me, but you're gonna have all my memories. And you just remember you have
I
to go
did not
after
like that.
Jake. It's like,
I did not like
so this
that.
is a revenge plot
He
for him.
he kept saying throughout the whole movie, "I'm not the same person, but I have the memories." Like, but you're doing the same things he does.
Yeah, they even do the intro when he's like, "You will come, you're
Yeah,
on Pandora." I'm like, "Are you serious? We're doing this speech again?"
I was like, ugh, okay. So when they said that, I was like, okay, I guess. I thought they were just gonna like resurrect him or something.
Yeah, talking about his actual human self.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Um, and then we find out how Sigourney Weaver's back. So unless there's some Avatar enthusiast out there that can confirm this, I'm going to say how I feel about this because I think this is absolutely retarded. So apparently Grace was pregnant in the first movie now.
Yeah, she was getting it in with somebody, which I
No,
don't know. It to me,
no.
this whole scenario is weird because there's a plot in this movie where um what is her name? What is her character? What's the character's name? Is it Kitty or is it Kit? What is it?
I think it's Kitty. I could be wrong.
It's Kitty, right? Okay, so her whole plot is she can feel Awa. She can feel her
Kiri.
literally.
Kiri. That's her name.
Kiri, okay, Kiri. I don't know why I keep thinking it's Kitty because the way the
I
girl
thought it
says,
was
it
Kitty
sounds like
too.
she's saying it's Kitty, but um, she can feel Awa in a way that everyone else can't. So it's and the whole plot about who's the father because that's what she was trying to realize. Who is my dad? And it was I love that they kind of made the joke in the movie. It's like, oh, it's Norm. Norm is the
Yeah.
dad because he kept, he was always in the background. He was giving her looks and stuff. And I kind of like that was pretty funny. Um, but I don't know. It's just and it's weird because she's the best she's the best character in the movie. At least that's what I think. She's the best
She
character.
is. It's just her whole character is a plot hole.
Yeah, it is.
You
The
get
reason why
because
she can do certain things doesn't make sense.
you get the way she exists is a plot hole, and then what she does in the movie is a plot hole. It's like
Yeah,
I
and
love her character, but just everything surrounding her makes no sense. I was
and
sitting
and
there like,
it
that's
and it
dumb.
feels like and it's funny because when we first get to what is the clan called? I was not trying to
I just
say the
called him
wrong things. I said the water clan. I said the same thing, the water clan. But when they get there and they're finally learning the first day, once she gets into the water, it's like she's used to it. Like she doesn't need that. She can hold her breath in there for as long as she can. Like it's just like,
I found
and the
that really
boys are
weird.
really struggling to do everything, and she's just like, I
I
love
found
this.
that very weird that she was able to hold her breath and all that. I was like, okay.
And but I love that she says that to Jake when she was saying like I can feel AWOL and all that stuff. You might think I'm weird, but I don't know why am I like this. She doesn't understand it either, which I do like. It wasn't like she knew. She doesn't know. That's why she's scared half the time when it comes to these things. But go ahead, Ty.
So, yeah, they explain how these characters are back, and it's like it was in a way where it's like you they wrote it to where it was like, oh, don't ask questions. That's what it was like. Basically, it was like, how are we gonna bring these characters back? We're gonna bring these characters back this way, and you're not gonna ask any questions because the movie's 3 hours. Stop asking me fucking questions. Let's go. That's what it came off as.
But they try to explain it too, like the Curie situation was, oh, she's adopted daughter from Grace, and then that's it. Then we move on. We're not gonna
But
go
she's
into
not
it.
adopted. She's
Yeah,
her
she's not.
kid.
Yeah. Well, no, they adopted
Oh
her.
yeah,
They adopted her from Grace,
yeah.
from Grace's avatar. That's what they say, Grace's avatar.
And I saw people saying that, oh, it was weird having Sigourney Weaver voice her. It wasn't weird to me. I
No, it
like
to me
if
it
I
makes sense
didn't know
because they're related.
if
Most
if I
people
didn't know
say they
that
most people say when they related, they sound alike. People say I sound like my dad. So that's not weird to me at all.
yeah, if nobody had told me she voiced her, I would have never knew it. Um
Mhm.
so basically we get a whole bunch of exposition with Stephen Lang, and they're like, oh, this stupid video is like, oh, go after Jake Sully. Jake
Yeah.
Sully is the one you want to go after, and they're like, okay, let's
But
go.
that's another thing too. How would he know if this is recorded in a certain time? That's one thing I didn't understand too. When did he record this video?
It had to have been after he found out that he was with them and they were like going, like
So this
before they
had
burned
to
the
be
forest,
after. Yeah,
probably.
this had to be after they attacked the home tree, right?
Yeah, probably.
Had to be, bro. So I'm trying to figure out when did this happen because he automatically said go after Jake. That's the first thing he says to him, to his avatar. When Jake turns on the clan, the sky people, how did he have time to know that? Oh, I got to record this message because I might die. It just like now that I'm thinking about it, it's like it doesn't make any sense. But go ahead, my bad. I keep cutting you off. Go ahead.
So basically we see Jake and his family, interacting, and I thought all the actors and actresses within the family had great chemistry with one another.
Yes.
I think the important thing was to have Sam Worthington have good chemistry with all of them, and he was
Yes.
great. I wish Zoe Saldana was in this movie more.
I said the same thing. I was missing her. But I think with all these new characters, especially the kids, someone had to take a back seat. My bad. I think, but also Zoe Saldana was such a star in that first movie is that we know who she is. Like we know she can bring it. And it's funny. I keep going back to the clip where you can see like on the first movie, there's a side by side shot where Jake is telling her that, I lied to you. And she's like, oh, I trusted you. And, she kind of goes off. Oh, Zoe Saldana is so good when you look at her without the makeup, without them digitally affecting it. And I said that in my review. I felt like I was missing her. I was missing Natiri in this movie. And we didn't really get to see her be a mom. Like we saw Jake being the dad, but we didn't get to see her being a mom. And I kind of missed her.
At the end, we did.
Yeah, we got at the end. The end kind of it helped because I'm like finally she get to be a part of the story. I felt like she wasn't a part of the story.
Yeah, I can't.
But we got it's because we got the kids though too. That's why. But go ahead.
So fast forwarding, we get this scene where they derail a train and it has like a bunch of cargo stuff. Great scene. It was a great action sequence. And we get our first glimpse at the wonderful writing for one of Jake's kids, where he's like, he wants to get this gun. I like how Jake is like, oh, we need to adapt, so let's find out how to get their shit. And I like that. Also, I like how even though Jake is pretty much full Navi, he still acts like a Marine. I do like that. That's pretty cool.
With the guns though, like you see him as a Marine with a weapon, like
it's pretty cool.
Like he just be on it. It's awesome.
Also, I did not catch. It took me a minute, which I don't know how good the 3D was. The next thing, I thought that was like a Navi thing that they were doing. Mm-hmm. It didn't click to me that it was like, I guess, a voice thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like how we got the earpieces, but them is on their necks.
Because they kept doing it. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? And I guess it took like them doing a close up of it, and I was like, oh, that's what they're doing. So the youngest son is like, oh, look, there's a gun over there. I'm going to go get that. And the oldest is like, oh, no, look, Dad told us to stay here. And he's like, oh, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. He runs over. He grabs it. And then they get blown up. I thought the oldest was dead here.
Yeah. Like, then he killed him off early.
And Jake is like, oh, get the fuck out. Like, go run. And he picks him up and they go. So then they fly away. And again, this was a great opening action sequence. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
So we get back, and Jake is like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He tells his daughter like, "Oh, go help the wounded and the bleeding," and she's like, "But he's bleeding," and she's like, "I don't want to hear it. Just go." And then I love how Natiri was like, "Jake, your son is actually bleeding right now." Like, that was funny. And basically,
the family aspect, man, you get to see his family. It's pretty dope.
he's like, "Oh, you're grounded, no flying for a
Yeah.
month," and I laughed. I was like, "That's funny."
Yeah, man.
I like how the Navi act like humans too. At
It's like
point,
it's kind of like Jake adapted them to be
yeah,
more human than Navi. The
like
fact that they have like you see, there's a scene where you see him talking, you see like computers in the background. It's
mhm,
like that would never happen if Jake didn't introduce them to the technology that they had. Like the fact that
mhm.
they used the camera to take a picture, like they
Yeah,
wouldn't have
that
did
was
that.
hilarious.
They wouldn't have done that
That was
before.
so
The fact that
funny.
they did, I'm like, oh, that's awesome, dude. That's dope.
That was funny. So after this, they Stephen Lang and his group of minions. Also, little thing I liked how his group of army people had their avatars look unique. They had the tattoos and the hairstyles and that. I
Yeah,
was
they
like,
had them from
that's
the
cool.
humans. They had the avatars of the real life people, which was dope.
That was cool. So they go to investigate basically where the third act of the first movie was.
Hmm.
And also, we talking about this. So Spider.
Yes,
So Spider is this kid that he was
they got
left
left behind.
behind in
Yep.
the first movie, and they're like, "Oh, we can't put him in cryosleep, so we adopted him." Within 5 seconds, I was like, "Mowgli, Tarzan."
Yep. That's what first thing I thought. And it's but they keep calling him Monkey Boy, and it's like just call him. He's Tarzan at this point.
He's large. He's Tarzan. That was
Yeah.
definitely what they were going for.
Yep.
I am not the only one that has said this. Even people that have given it a 5 out of 5 have said this. When this movie ended, the first thing out my mouth was, I don't like that character.
I think I said he's probably the weakest. He's one of the weakest points.
This character, I
Yeah.
tried. I was optimistic for 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let's see where we go. As soon as the credits ended, I said, nope.
Yeah.
That was it.
Same.
You had 3 hours to make me say, okay, I like that character. I can't. Actor was good.
Yeah. I
Actor's not
think
the
he was
problem.
good, but I think the way they wrote his character and the direction that they
His
went for him, I didn't enjoy that at
his
all.
character is just all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the way he ended.
Yeah.
First of all, I was waiting for him to do the dumbest shit humanly possible at the end of this movie. They kept teasing it and teasing it. I'm like, bro, please don't do what I think you're gonna do. Thankfully, they didn't. But I thought
Right, Mark.
something was gonna
He
happen.
even got the dreadlocks. Right.
Yeah, you know. And Spider, I will say this: he has good chemistry with the kids. I like seeing him with
Yeah.
the kids. You know,
They even teasing a little romance between him and Kiri.
whatever.
At the end, they did.
So they have a conversation, and they're like, "Oh, you're not him. Don't worry about it." And then they cut to Stephen Lang, and I look at my friend and I said, "Gee, I wonder who his father is."
Yeah, my fiance looked over and said, "Oh, that's his son." I'm like, "Yeah, that's usually what movies does when they explain something. They show the character they're talking about. They basically did that. It's kind of typical or too stereotypical."
I was like, "You couldn't even hide it a little bit, bro. Like, damn." So they go to where the third act of the first movie was, and I did like this. He finds where he died, Stephen Lang, and he crushes the skull.
Crushes skull. That was pretty dope.
Very Shakespearean.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And the kids find them, and they tell Jake like, "Oh, there's these people here with like army guns and shit." And Jake tells them like, "All right, just go, like leave."
Yeah,
and then so I think it was like Jake and then Tyrion, and I think someone else was there. I could be wrong.
Someone else was
They
there.
were like, "Oh,
they
this is
dying,
shortcut.
let's go this way." Yeah, yeah.
So they go, and they get captured, and then Stephen Lang reveals like the spider's name is Miles or something.
Yeah, Miles Jr. Because they named after him.
So they get captured, and we got probably my second favorite scene in the whole movie. This was fucking awesome.
You got Jake and the Neytiri going in as I was saying, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, because these motherfuckers are a team out here in this jungle, bro. You got Neytiri for one doing the little call like, "Go, yo, like doing the call to kind of let them know we here, y'all cool.
I
And
view this.
all them giving the little head nods, like mom and dad is here, like we good. Like
I viewed it. I was watching this. I was like, "There's no reason why we can't get an Avatar video game now."
facts,
That's what this reminded. It was
facts.
like Avatar with Tomb Raider. That's what it
Yes,
reminded me of.
yo, I was thinking of Laura Croft the whole time, bro. Like yeah, with
And I
especially with the
like,
bow, especially with the
yeah,
bow, bro.
I liked how she took someone out and he saw the bow and he said, "Oh, like
I
you're
know who
here."
you are. Yeah.
That was cool. How I guess she has a calling card. I
Hmm.
guess
The color of the bow, I think, would no
no, the
because of the
arrow,
color.
the tip, the arrow tip.
Oh, okay,
That's what it
okay.
was.
Hmm.
So we get this awesome scene where they take everybody out basically, but then Spider gets kidnapped, and I was like, okay, I guess. And my friend thought that they were gonna do the thing where they didn't come for him the whole time, and then he was gonna come back and be a little bitch and be like, "Oh, you didn't come for me," blah blah blah. Thank God that did not happen.
Yeah. Are you talking? He was going. I thought I was hoping they wasn't gonna do that. He was gonna turn on them and uh,
That's what I was
be with.
waiting for.
Yeah, I was hoping they wasn't doing that because to me that's too like, bruh, like you got kidnapped. They can't come after you for one because they don't have the forces. They don't have the fucking, they don't have the army to do that.
What I thought was gonna happen when Stephen Lang was going to the forest and learning how to fly the dragons, I thought they were gonna kill everybody in the Forest Nation.
I did too. I thought that we were gonna find out that they all got massacred. Like I thought they were.
When
Yeah, I thought that was
when
gonna
they
happen.
showed him, I looked up, I whispered to my friend, I said, "Bro, if he does what I think he's gonna do, that's some that's pretty crazy."
Yeah,
And I think they should have had that happen because Stephen Lang to me in this movie, his role in the movie was very one note in this movie.
yeah.
He didn't
That,
have
that
that oomph.
yeah that was another thing why I probably will move my score down at least half a star because his motivation
I thought he
was.
was gonna kill one of the kids. That's what I thought.
I mean, he was close to it, but obviously certain scenarios kind of blocked that way from happening. I'm sure if he wanted to kill one of the kids, he could have. Well, he didn't technically. Well, we'll get to that. I ain't gonna spoil that. But when that situation happened, it wasn't directly by him. It was the situation they were in. But I agree. I think Stephen Lang's character was very one note. The fact that he was basically just out for revenge the whole time was kind of like, really, that's the motivation. When no, technically the motivation should have been, you guys are trying to make this world um made for Earth, or trying to bring the Earth to this planet, and you're trying to negotiate, kind of like the first movie where they're trying to negotiate with us or the Navi to adapt or move on because we want to make this world for us. When no, the motivation was technically he wants revenge and kill the Sully family. It's like, okay, like that's the big threat of this movie. All right.
So Spider gets kidnapped, and then Jake is like, "Nah, we gotta pack it up and skedaddle."
Mm-hmm.
And I like this. I like that he's like, "Listen, I'm. Not, it's not a matter of me fighting. I just want to protect you guys. Like, fuck
Just want
all
to
of them.
protect the family. It's
It's
about
only
family.
y'all." So they travel to this water tribe. Amazing montage scene. It's just
The
I love.
visuals, bro.
Yeah,
That's all. My fiance just kept saying, beautiful, gorgeous. All I kept hearing her say in her mouth was gorgeous, beautiful. Oh my god.
yeah.
The fact that she stayed up the entire time for this movie, I was like, oh, I was so happy.
I was thinking, I was like, "Yo, Steph probably was like." I did not like sitting there throughout that whole movie.
She did, and that's the thing. She like once she told me like it was good. She really I think she loved it more than I did, because she didn't really talk about anything that she did not like. I think she liked everything. It didn't help that the movie just looked amazing. Could you maybe because the movie looking so amazing kind of block a little bit of the negatives because you're just so mesmerized by the visuals.
I definitely think that's most people's scenarios.
Yeah, like it's just that we're seeing it looks gorgeous and like it's like I said, we already know that this movie is gonna look good because the first movie is still good, regardless to what Jaren's, or I don't want to say her name wrong, but you said 13 is a mediocre story. The visuals aren't that impressive. I kind of disagree. The visuals still are impressive.
I can't relate. I think that the visuals impressed me because I was watching the trailer for this movie and I said multiple times, I was like, everyone's like, this movie looks amazing. I couldn't really relate to that. There was only one time where I could relate, and it was when I saw a clip of this movie in 3D, and I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
holy shit.
yeah,
Um, no, I can't relate. The visuals are amazing in this movie.
yeah. Yeah, and they are. And like I said, you said it yourself. The shots when they're flying and getting to the Water Clan, the fact that the Water Clan is a different color than the Forest
I
Navi is
like
like
that.
it's awesome. They look different. Like everyone just looks different. They obviously they have different abilities because they live by water. They have fin like kind of like fin like hands. They have longer tails. The fact that they kind of talk to them about the way they look, like oh my god, they're not even real Navi. They have 5 fingers. I love the we'll get to it the scene where he's like, oh yeah, I have weird fingers, but I can do this and do that. It's pretty funny. It's like, oh, that's a punch, bitch. You ever felt that? It's like I love that. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, I loved all this. I did. The fact that Jake is so on it about protecting his family, he doesn't care. He like, man, I know that I did all this stuff, and I'm not trying to bring war here. I'm just trying to keep it low key and keep my family safe. And everyone's not down for it, but I mean, you gotta follow the parents at the end of the day. If you're a kid, you gotta move. You got no choice but to fucking move. You can't say anything about it. And I liked all this. I was feeling all this.
So they basically have a conversation with the tribe, the chief, and I guess the queen or the wife was the one that
Yeah,
had a problem with him.
yeah,
This was Kate Winslet, by the way.
yeah.
I thought she was very bland in this movie. She did not stand
Well,
out at all.
well, she was good. Yeah, I think they should have gave her more to do.
Yeah, she was like, it's like, bro, this
Kate
is
Winslet.
Kate Winslet, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome that she's working with James Cameron again.
It's like,
But
bro,
like,
if you didn't tell me it was Kate Winslet, I would have never knew.
exactly. And even the way she looks, she kind of doesn't look like Kate Winslet either. It's like, and maybe that's the point because they all look different. Like they don't look like
I
the
don't
Forest
know.
Navi.
There's some people in these movies where I'm like, oh yeah, I know who you are, and you're giving it like Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah,
Sigourney Weaver. I didn't know it was her in this movie, but she's giving a great performance.
I knew it in the voice. The voice got me. It was like, oh yeah, that's
Kate
definitely
Winslet to me, she didn't really do anything.
no.
So we got this basically intro to this water tribe, and I love the environment of the water tribe, like how they're all around water.
What you think of the daughter when she walked outside? They're trying to do the thing where it's like, oh yeah, she's the one. That's the eye looker.
Listen, man, in IMAX 3D, bro. I might have to hop in that machine real quick, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. I get where that kid was coming from.
Yeah, for
I
sure. It's
said,
funny because the scene where she's like, "You need to breathe, like breathe,
yeah,
or
that was
no,
funny.
slow your heartbeat." Is like your heart is beating really fast. Like, bruh, he's looking at you. That's why. Like that's why you can't concentrate.
That was funny. So basically, he's like, "Oh, we'll make it work." Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
And
the son and the daughter have to teach him how to do it, and they like, "Oh, why we have to know? You got to do it. I'm making you guys do it."
so basically, we get like 20 minutes of them training and
A
montaging,
montage. Yeah,
and I was just sitting there smiling my ass
I
off.
love this stuff though.
I do, to a point, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
And
You
I
can see
just
where they
this
first learn
stuff,
how to kind of fly the thing.
I love it.
Jacob's like, I got it. And no, you don't got it, bro.
He got half of it.
Yeah, right.
These dragon things were fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I love how
the creature,
they go in the water
designs,
and then they come back out.
Yeah, they're
that
kind of like
was
dolphins.
Really cool. The cameras was really cool too. How he had them like right
On
there.
it.
Yeah,
we
that
were
was
like
really cool.
on that, we were in front of them and seeing them from their point of view coming this way.
I like how Cameron did a great job with Jake because they made it where he still has to learn.
Yes.
He's not perfect.
He doesn't know everything.
He still has to learn, and I like that. that's another thing I like. I didn't even talk about this in the beginning. You see the evolution of these characters in
Yes.
this movie.
Yeah.
It's not just, oh, these are the same characters, just older. No, you've seen that they evolved in the way they act, the way they
Yeah.
talk, the way
Yep.
they look.
Yeah.
You know, that's good storytelling. It's
Yeah.
really good. Um, I loved seeing the kids, learn how to they James Cameron can make a scene of people learning how to breathe underwater
And it's
interesting.
interesting. Yes, yes, bro. Like I said, the whole scene where the boys is trying to learn how to breathe and they just can't do it, and they're making fun of them because oh yeah, but to me it's like you can't make fun of people that don't know anything. That's like me trying to teach you how to swim or you trying to teach me how to swim and I know I can't swim and I'm
Yeah.
trying to learn and you just making fun of me. Oh, well, you can't swim. It's like no shit. That's why you're here to teach me. Why the fuck are you making fun of me? But of course they're kids and they have nothing else to do. And like I said, all the stuff with Curie was just like wow, bro. Like man.
Yeah, and I love how she's swimming around. She's like, "Oh my god, like it's so good and shit,"
Yeah.
because that's us. We're looking like, "Oh my god, it's so good." And
Yeah.
I'm over here in this big ass IMAX screen. My head's going like this. I'm like, "Oh my god,
You see
it's
the fish
amazing!"
flying past your eyes and everything. Like
Yeah,
man, like bro.
literally, I was like, "Jesus Christ."
Yeah.
Uh, what happened after this? trying to think.
Mm, I was right on track. Everything was right on track. I'm trying to think about what happens next. It's probably some with Stephen Lang shit because I
I was
know
thinking
they
that.
captured. No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
the
Mhm.
fucking machine where they're
Yeah.
fucking sitting around it,
So they capture Spider, and
bruh.
they're like, "Oh, tell us what you know." And then Stephen Lang is like, "Oh, just leave him alone. I got him." So he gives him his dad's dog tags and he throws them or whatever. And then he's like, "Listen, just fucking cooperate because if not, I'm gonna whoop your ass." Like, you know. So basically, he's like, "Okay, this is what's going on." They find out somehow. I forgot how they found out, but they found out that they went to this like water tribe. They
Mhm.
like there was something that like disappeared or something in that
Oh,
tribe.
this is yeah. This what happened was Norm. No, did this? So I guess the seizure must have happened already then, because something happened with Curie where she has a seizure underwater, and Norm and the other scientists have to fly to the water tribe, and I guess they track the ship. And no, but this is before that too though. I'm thinking ahead of more time because this is the scene where the fucking Stephen Lang had talked to his son like, oh, you need to tell them what you need they know and
Yeah, that happens. I'm
okay, then
trying to
what?
think
So what happens?
that.
That something happens after that then. Cause I might be jumping a little ahead of schedule because something else happens that cause I know they go to their tree of souls. Did we pass that already? We haven't gotten to that part yet, have we? Where
No,
they
because
go
that part comes after the seizure.
right? No, that's before the seizure because she connects to the tree. That's what makes her have a seizure
All right.
because she has the vision about her mom about
Mhm.
Sigourney Weaver's character.
Okay. I feel like we're still missing some stuff.
We
But
are though, but it's most likely
that's why I
probably
wish I had
important.
seen it
It's
again.
probably
But
nothing important because we already because the scene where he learns how to fly the things
that
that
happened.
hasn't happened yet. Has it happened?
Oh no, that is what happens next. So
Okay.
he goes to the forest and he learns how to fly the thing that Jake learned how to fly, which we knew
Mm,
he was gonna fly it. And when I saw
yeah.
that, I was like, oh, he just became OP as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
So then they go to their tree of life and they go under the water and she connects to it and she has like a vision of Grace
Yeah.
and she has like a fucking seizure and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So then Norm and the other science guy come and they're like, oh, nothing's wrong with her. And then this part was funny. Kate Winslet's character comes like, get out, you're fucking useless. Like,
Yeah.
leave.
The fact that they brought back the scientists and Norm back, I was kind of surprised that they was back in this movie. I don't remember them being in none of the trailers, but the fact that they are back, I'm like, oh,
They
that's
were.
nice. I don't remember that. I don't remember the trailers for them being in the trailers, but that was nice to see.
So what I'm trying to think.
Well, what happens was Kate Winslet's character does like this ritual, whatever. Like she's like, it looks like she's having a seizure the whole time. But she actually wakes up Kitty, and they're explaining to Jake like you can't let her do that; she might die, whatever. And we missed the part where I think she did have the conversation with Jake about I can feel AWA. And,
that's after.
No, it's not after.
I'm pretty sure it's after.
It can't be.
Because when she's like, I know you think I'm crazy or something. Because
she's having a conversation with Norman the doctor that he told her this. That's why they said that to him, like you can't let her do that.
Yeah.
So after all that, she finally wakes up. Like they said that he can't do it. I'm trying to figure out what happens after that. Because it feels like there's a point in the time we don't see Stephen Lang's character for a while. I feel like we don't.
And that's one of the biggest issues with this movie.
I feel like that whole scenario with him doing all that stuff kind of just disappears. Because once he meets the sea people, like the people that's on sea,
dude.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We're about to get to that.
Lord,
we'll get to that. But we got to get to the part where now a lot of stuff dealing with the kids is cool. Because then we get to where the kids are making fun of Kiri, and the boys have their little fight or whatever. And I thought that whole joke was pretty funny that they're making fun of him. It's like, I can do a lot of things that you can't do with my hands, and the fact that Jake was like, go apologize. And like, hold on, how did the other boys look?
They were worse.
Like, and then when we see them, they do look worse. And I love that. I kind of love it. Wasn't like a gimmick, like, oh no, they don't look that messed up. But no, both these niggas are fucked. They look messed up.
That was funny. I like that Jake was like, all right, good, go, leave me alone.
Yeah.
So I think this is the scene where he goes to apologize, and he's like, oh, come and swim at the reef.
Yeah, we're going outside the reef.
He's like, he's not gonna come. He's like, all right, fuck y'all, let's go. Mm-hmm. So we get an amazing scene of them riding those dragon things.
Yeah.
Looked fantastic. So he's teaching them how to call the fish, and I thought when he showed him how to call the fish, it was weird because he starts laughing at him. So I was like, so is he doing it wrong? But no, he was doing it right.
My fiance called it. He like, it's gonna be a bigger and deadlier fish. That's why they brought him out here. She said it like, don't trust them because one is just you and all three of them. Like in any scenario, you're gonna get peer pressure to do it. But if it's something don't feel right, regardless to how your pride is, it's like you're by yourself. There's no way I'm going along with three niggas that I just got into a fight with. There's no way, bro. But of course, he's peer pressured and he does it. And he, like you said, he does the call. And like I said, my fiance called it. It's going to be a bigger fish. And what happens is a bigger and deadlier fish, which I do love this sequence where he's running after, he's getting chased.
It's a long sequence.
It is. Because not even that, we got the sequence after where he gets saved by, I forgot what this monster is called.
Just call it the whale.
The big whale thing fucking saves his life. And then we get this awesome scene with him. This is after, but he befriends this whale, and
this is the scene. This was the first scene I saw of this movie.
Yeah, I knew once this happened, I said this must be the scene Tyler saw, because I remember you explaining it this way. And I told you, I said when we see it out of context, it probably don't make sense. Now that you saw that scene in context, what did you think of that whole sequence of him riding with the whale? Saying you still feel the same way, like it really was like
It's cool, but this is my least favorite thing about the movie, other than Spider. I don't like this side plot at all.
Yeah, with the whales, right?
I thought what it was that he was going to befriend this thing, and then this thing was going to show up in the third act and fuck shit up. Half of that happens.
Yeah, we get that. We get that.
Is that we go into this whole side plot with this fucking whale about how it's like, it's an outcast because it kills people. And then like, it was framed so it doesn't kill. Like, who the fuck cares about this thing, bro?
Well, when I thought about it, it's the reason why we keep saying I need to figure out what these kids' names are, but Jake's youngest son connects with him because he feels like he's the outcast of the family. Like he feel like he always messes up. He's the black sheep of the family. That's why he connects with this character, and he he understands that he's misunderstood because he's misunderstood in his own family. So that's why it makes sense why he befriends him. I get what you mean. Where it why should we care? But that's the reason why we should care because
Yeah, I
they have
guess
a connection.
I didn't think about that. It's just to me they spend way too much time. They should have just
Yeah,
left it at he's an outcast.
because even we get to the point where they go back and he tells them, "Oh, I befriended him," and the fucking general's like, "No, come here. You can't fucking befriend that thing because it's an outcast." Like, bro, we know the story. Why are you telling us this?
Then they go into like this whole flashback. This is the part I was falling asleep. I swear to God, I was falling asleep. I was sitting there like, oh.
I think I had to explain it to my fiance because she was kind of confused. Like, so what happened? When they're talking about he killed all his people, no, he didn't kill all his people. His people died because, or his group of people things died because of Sky people. They killed them, not him. I thought, like I said, I thought the sci plot was okay. It's the other thing we get to later with these things is kind of it, because in the first movie we got Adaptanium was the thing that everyone wants. Now they changed it to this liquid that the whales have that's like stopping human aging. So that's what everyone wants now.
That's the next thing. But now I'll get into one of my biggest issues with this movie. So Jake's youngest son basically goes, this is his whole arc in this movie. He goes, "Oh, I did something bad. You get reprimanded." And then he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm a failure. Okay, leave me alone." That happens about 8 times in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And by like the 6th time, I was like, I'm over this. You're not learning anything.
He keeps. And the one thing is he really doing anything wrong? Like, I think the whole thing with him being, even though he took up for the kid when he said, "Oh no, it wasn't his fault, it was my fault. I did it on my own." When technically, no, it wasn't your fault. You should have said, "Fuck this kid," because he almost got me killed. It was his fault. I mean, I was just kind of peer pressured into it. That wasn't his fault. The other stuff, yeah, he should be blamed for most of the stuff that did happen. But that one thing with him befriending the whale and all that stuff, like, why is that on him? He befriended the outcast because he fucking saved his life. Like, he was about to die. Like, but yeah, I thought that whole thing was pretty cool though. The sequence with him, swimming with it and stuff like that.
That was fine. It's just I didn't need the whole backstory about this fucking whale, and I don't, at a point I was like, I don't like this kid, especially with how his place in the story ends. I really did not like that. Yeah. The whole time I was like, he's not learning anything. You're just telling him you're fucking up.
Yeah, he's not having an arc. He's not learning from me. Just telling me he's like
the arc is there. It's just not moving.
Yeah,
and it doesn't move at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
because that was my biggest issue. There's writing issues in this movie that and then Spider. So we cut back finally to Stephen Lang and Spider, and Spider's just there, chilling,
hanging out, hanging out.
And I'm like, so what the fuck is this character? Like, are you mad or are you not?
Yeah.
And then he's just chilling. He's fine.
Oh, we didn't. That's what we didn't. We didn't talk about that. Was he is interrogating other water clans.
Oh, yes.
To find out where Jake is, and we find out that the general ordered the other people to don't say nothing, don't say anything about who and where Jake is.
I thought he was gonna kill them all.
I did too, and I think he would do it, but I think with his son being there, he's like, "You can't do this. Don't do this."
And that's another thing. I think there should have been more depth in this movie. I think they should have had Stephen Lang do something that was like, "Oh, damn, like that's fucking crazy." He doesn't do anything in this movie.
Yeah.
He doesn't kill anybody.
No.
Does he even kill a Na'vi in this movie?
I don't think so. He hurts Na'vi. He doesn't kill them though. But I think the fact that he has his son there, obviously he's interpreting a lot of stuff and stuff like that. I love that scene where it's more head in the movie where he's telling this clan, we have to act Na'vi, even speak their language. He's like, "Oh, you call that Na'vi? You call that the language? You sound like a fucking you sound like a fucking first grader trying to speak." He's like, "Okay, well, you smart ass, you're gonna be my interpreter now." So like I said, I think that's the reason why we didn't get him doing a lot of those bad things, because his son was there. Regardless of him saying, "Oh, I'm not your father, I'm not the same guy." Yeah, but you still have, I think at the end of the day, you have his feelings as well as his memories. So that's why he at the end we get the scene we get at the end. But so yeah, moving on.
So we get probably the worst thing in this movie. So they randomly find these, I guess, hunters. That's what they say they are.
Yeah, it's like they're hunting Moby Dick.
Yeah. So they basically take over the ship and they're like, "Oh, we need your help to find Jake." And then they're like, "Oh, we're just hunting for money. Like we don't
Mm-hmm.
care about this." And like basically they're like, "Oh, the Navi leave us alone.
Yeah,
And if we start doing this, then they'll be after us." And he's like, "Oh, that's the point." He's basically using him as bait.
right.
I I did not like these characters at all.
Yeah, me either.
And not in the way that the movie intended.
Yeah.
The movie intended for me to not like them.
Yeah, because when when things are happening to them, it's like, yeah, they deserve it.
I did not feel the way the movie was trying to make me feel. I hated these characters and I could not stand them. I found them to be very annoying.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember their names, nor do I care to. I do not like these characters.
I don't think we meant to remember who these characters are because things happen to them at the end where it's like we're not supposed to care. At this point, I was kind of like, wow.
I didn't think the actors were good either. I found them very annoying.
No, I thought
I thought they were cartoons. They were very cartoonish.
I can agree with that.
I was sitting there like, bro, what is happening right now?
Yeah, we basically get like a whole scene of them doing what they do. We get the whole sequence of them hunting and, you know, getting the stuff that they need from it and all that within this sequence. And I'm like, why are we learning all this? What does it matter? It must tie into later in the other movies why they're explained. This has to tie in to a sequel or something.
So we get a scene where they get a whale thingy and they're going inside it and they find this like yellow liquid and they're like, what is that? They were like, oh, it's this liquid that stops aging. And he's like, he literally says, oh, that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
And that felt like in the script where it was like, and that's where the plot is revealed.
Yeah.
It's like,
okay, this plot point will come later in sequels. That's what it felt like because it's not serving any purpose now, like because like there's no humans at all that needs this.
Like, is that what Pandora is? Is Pandora just basically a huge planet of natural resources that can save humans?
That's what it.
Well,
that's what
Unobtainium wasn't that. It was just money. But is that what we're gonna do in all these movies? Is it gonna be like, oh, each place they go has a different resource? Like, really?
Yeah. Because we know that one of the generals said they're colonizing the planet for human life because Earth is dying.
Yeah,
Earth is dying, so they want to bring humans to this planet, which it takes 5 years to get to this fucking planet. So try transporting, I don't know how many billions of people on the planet, but try doing that. It's gonna be fucking terrible. And what if they have fucking kids? You can't fucking put kids in crowd fucking back. So what the fuck?
But those kids.
What they say, fuck them kids. But
fuck them kids.
But I hope it's not that. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this plot point is leading to sequels. And the fact that Stephen Lang is here and he's not even a human, what does it matter for him either? But yeah, moving on. We get through all that stuff. Something else happens where we find out that Jake is tied into it. I'm trying to figure out what is the scenario, what brings in, because we're basically getting close to the third act, and this is where I was like kind of confused, like, so this is the third act now. I think it was they find out that no, the kids are out there, right? The kids are out there doing something.
They go
oh, the son finds out they're hunting the things.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I gotta go warn him because he's wanted him out there and he's by himself. But actually, we find out that Kate Winslet's he call it her soul sister or something like that. She is murdered by one of them, even the daughters.
Oh, yeah, we got that whole scene where they fucking show up to the tribe, like all these fucking weird things show up.
Yeah.
You got the little baby whales and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck about this. Like,
I thought it was cute.
By this point,
even
dude,
with the little baby in the water, I thought that was cute.
Fuck that baby. I'm at this point in the movie. I was like, I was sitting there like, come on, bro. Like, I'm ready for this to be over. And I was sitting there. I was like, bro, the first Avatar is 2 hours and 45 minutes. That movie never felt too long to me ever.
Mm-hmm.
This movie felt very, very long.
Yeah.
And when it ended, I was kind of relieved. I was like, thank God, dude. You know, despite an amazing third act, which we're gonna get to, it's just I was like, oh, finally, damn.
Yeah.
So basically, this is the start of the third act. So, they go to where the kids are at, and you know,
well, actually, the kids get captured. They get captured because, like I said, they find out. Well, I love this sequence too. So the kids do find the whale they were looking for. They get the thing off of him, and now they're swimming after it and stuff. All the kids are kind of separated, and you know they're trying to run away from the sky people. And then I think it's Kiri and someone else, but we get Kiri finally kind of uses her powers and kind of fucking I don't know. I think she kills these sky people in my opinion. Because one of them gets wrapped up in the little plan, like, oh yeah, they're dead. And I thought it was pretty awesome the way she used her power at that point in time. But they still end up getting captured.
This to me is the biggest plot hole in the whole movie. Where did this come from?
Yeah.
Where did her newfound abilities come from? This just literally spawned out of nowhere, you know, and you want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, get in the sequels. It's like, I'm not that invested to find out.
I thought it was the power of Awa. That's why I thought it was Awa that was giving her these extra abilities. That's what I thought intentionally, but I'm like, it's something else because they had us explain it because she has another vision, right? She has another vision with Grace. I think she has two visions, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
right? She has two visions,
does.
right? So she has another vision. She's asking, who's my father? Who's my father? And of course, you know, we don't get that resolved because we don't understand what happens. But like I said, moving on from that point, they do end up getting captured. I think just the daughters get captured, right? If I'm not mistaken. Does all of them all of them do get captured. Everyone gets captured. Yeah. Jake finds out it is Stephen Lang that catches them. Neytiri is like, man, fuck it. I'm tired of fucking, you know, everyone's like, no, we can't do this. We can't do anything. And they find out they have the kids. So they all fucking retreat and say, no, we got to go fight. Let's go fight. They all go, you know, to the place where they're being held. So I'm trying to figure out what happens next.
The confrontation where Stephen Lang is like, oh, I got your kids. Just come.
Yeah,
only
you by yourself, right?
And then, you know, we'll rock. So then
this where the whale comes though. Then right?
Yeah, the whale jumps up and fucking demolishes this boat, and then they're like, "All right, fuck this shit, let's go."
Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
I was like, yeah.
That was kind of like that was a distraction. Like, okay, they're distracted. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, and our big Avatar third act kicks off. This third act was good, but it's not as epic as the first movie at all.
Like I said, I had to sleep on it, and I was saying, I said in my review, and I'm sorry I kind of said that. I kind of like this more than the first movie, but now looking back on it, especially when it comes to compare to third acts, I think you're right. I think the third act for the first movie was better. Like the music, the structure, all that stuff was just awesome.
The third act of the first movie just feels so epic and grand. Like they're flying on dragons and shit. Right. They're taking out the helicopters.
Yeah.
You know, this movie had that, but it wasn't as big of scope.
We get the scene where everything in Pandora was helping fight, and you get where Scylla said, "I'm like, hey, what hurt you?" I was hyped when I was like, "Oh, let's fucking go!" And this we don't get that. We kind of don't get that.
Maybe it's because they're not in the air fighting. Maybe it's because
Yeah,
they're on water.
on
I don't
water.
know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
But I mean,
They
we
just
still get scenes where Natiri is just being a fucking badass with these arrows and just like
I loved when
fucking
she
annihilating shit, man.
they
God
gave away
damn.
this money shot in the third trailer, but I love when
I
she
saw it.
flies up and she fucking swoops down and just boom,
Just,
boom, boom. I was like,
yeah,
yo,
yo. I was sitting next to a couple and I would just get so hyped for those scenes, bro. Like, oh, because they were dogging, dude. They were fucking dogging.
yeah.
And then of course, we got Stephen Lang flying on his thing, shooting at Jake, whatever, all this stuff is
Oh
happening.
man, that was so awesome. Seeing them go
Yeah.
back and forth on their things.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so dope. I liked how he grabbed him and fucking body slammed him into the water. He's like, bitch, sit down. I thought that thing was dead. I guess it wasn't because they show him flying around on it again. I was like, how the fuck is that thing alive, bro? Man got body slammed into the water, bro.
Yeah, it's funny because I think my fiance was like, you got to come from under him. And what he does end up doing is going in the water and coming out. I'm like, yes, how you got to do it? Because I don't think his thing can swim like how y'all think can. So, yeah, I thought that was dope as fuck. So we got the people are still trying to capture the whale or whatever. This whole thing was stupid to me, even though it ended in an awesome way with the guy getting his fucking arm like cut off. I'm like, whoa, this is Disney, right?
I thought he was gonna get cut in half. I didn't know.
That's what I thought too. Yeah. But the fact that he like, even though like I said, it's not worse than if he would have got his whole body sliced off, I'm like, oh my god. But the fact that we see his arm really get cut off, I'm like, oh
yeah.
Shit.
When the wire like slammed on his arm, I was like, I was expecting it, and then when it went boom, I was like, oh,
that's it. Okay. And then they do it though.
I was like, hey,
yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, Disney,
like, let's
I'll
go.
take that. But yeah, I thought this whole sequence right here was dope. I thought everything about it was fire for sure. We got Spider in the place trying to sabotage shit, which I did like too. That he was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm done. I'm not, I'm tired of putting this act on. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and then when we got here with him, I was like, okay, fine. He's doing his thing. He gets the kids free. And then basically Stephen Lang takes control again. He's like, all right, fuck this shit. He cuffs them again. He's like, fuck this shit. Come and get me. So then Spider, I think, gets him free. And then it's him and the two brothers. And
well, actually, the two brothers, well, this is what happened. They get away. The girls get away. But they say, oh, we got to go back and get
Natiri finds them. I think.
Yeah, Natiri finds them, right. And they said, oh, we got to go back and get Spider because we got to go get him. And they like, no, we got to go get him. So they go to get him. And this is where we get the shootout. And I love that we get, what's his name, gets his first kill ever. And he's like, man, give me the gun. You don't know how to use it. And he's using the gun. They have the major shootout, and this is where
I thought was gonna happen was that the older brother was gonna grab the gun and take him out Marine style because he's kind of Jake's right hand.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna go, SEAL Team 6 on him because he probably taught him Marine style. I don't fucking know. That's what I thought was gonna happen. No, he's just blind firing. I'm like, oh, okay, you fucking suck then.
Yeah, you don't know how to use a gun. You're the one talking shit, and you don't know how to use the gun either. But they get away, and this is where we get the scene where the other brother was shot, which I kind of knew that. I knew he was gonna get shot. It was you could see it a mile away when he said, go, and he's by himself. It's like, okay, yeah, you got shot. And I think my fiance called it like, yeah, he got shot. Like
everyone did because it's such an obvious thing that they do.
Yeah. So yeah, and
this is the point in the movie where the younger brother, I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm done because he got him fucking killed, and they don't redeem that in this movie. That they don't do anything to redeem it. They have him teach Jake something in the end, but that's it.
Yeah,
it's a lesson that he learned.
Yeah, to me, it's else. Like that. There was no way there was no way for them to redeem it for one, it being so it would have been better if this happened earlier on
You
in the
could have.
movie.
You could have had it be that he saves Jake at the end. He could have done something to Stephen Lang where he saves Jake.
Yeah, that's
You
what I thought
know,
was going to happen.
that's
I
like,
thought it was
yes,
going to
he
happen.
saves Jake technically, but I'm
Yeah,
not in that way. I'm talking like, oh, he's about to die, and then he comes and like shoots Stephen Lang or something, and then he saves him. You know, he doesn't do anything where it's like, oh yeah, okay, I like that. No, he just made mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, all that shit, got his brother killed, and they're just even Jake is like, bro, get out of my face. Like, I don't want to see you right now. Like, you've done enough. I'm like, good, you're right.
yeah,
Like, you suck.
yeah. But I did like this scene where obviously his son is dying, and there all the reactions. I'm
Yeah, it was
like I
good.
said, Natiri, there she goes,
It
shining
was a good
again when
scene.
it
It was a
comes
good
to
scene.
her losing her son. I fucking thought she nailed it again. Zoe Saldana is just amazing. Even as a CGI character, she's still fucking amazing. Um, so what happens next?
They go back.
They go back.
And then, of course, this fucking idiot is like,
Oh yeah,
"Ooh,
because the daughters got captured. They totally have to go
the
back.
daughters got captured." And then the younger brother is like, "Oh, I'm gonna go." I said, "Oh my fucking god, bro!"
Yeah.
When he said that, I was like, "Oh my god."
No,
bro.
but then he said you got to stay, right? He said no, you stay here. He didn't go immediately. She shows up later.
But he still went when he was
Yeah,
like,
he
"Oh,
was
I'm gonna go."
he
I
was
was
gonna
like,
show up. There was no way they was gonna cut him out this third act. Like there was no way. So yeah, they this is where we get kind of like Natiri sees nothing but red in this moment because she's like, well, we get the scene like the scene in the trailer, like no, you gotta have a strong heart. I
yeah,
need you to do this fight with me, and she's like, man, fuck it, and they go out warrior style and just annihilate
man,
everybody, bro. The way Natiri is taking out niggas, bro.
bro.
She
Couple goals.
stabs
These
the
two right
fuck
here,
out of
bro.
this dude, bro. It was like, bro.
And when she shoots the bow and arrows and she shoots him in the head, I felt that shit. I was
Yeah,
like, damn, bro. You know, and then you got Jake taking him out, military style. Bah, 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 bah. I
yeah.
was like, yo, this is awesome. This was definitely my favorite part of the third act.
Yeah,
This was
the fact
awesome.
that you got Spider is just scared to be shown because he doesn't want to get killed. Because I think Natiri was to the point where she was about to kill every single Sky people. She didn't care who it was. If you look like you're Sky people, you're dead.
Yeah,
And yeah, I thought I agree. I think this is one of my favorite sequences throughout the entire movie because you felt it. You felt that they were trying to get their kids back. That's all they care about. And like I said, you were right. We get the scene where Stephen Lang comes out and they're about to fight. Well, I think they already fought, and Stephen Lang was like, "Oh, I will always hunt you," and he's like, "Man, let's get it done." I was like, "Let's fucking go," because I was hyped. Like, man, take this nigga out, bro. Fuck this nigga, dude.
well, no, we get the scene before that. We get the scene where the kids are captured.
Right.
He has Curie, and then Natiri has
Grass
Spider.
Spider, right?
I thought
That's
Spider was
before.
dead,
Yeah.
and I was kind of wanting that to happen.
I knew it wasn't gonna happen.
I thought she was gonna do it, bro. And then when he because she cuts him,
Yeah,
but it doesn't kill him. When she cut him, I gasped because I
Yeah.
thought she did it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, but that didn't happen. And then they scuffle, and then that's when Stephen Lang and Jake start getting it. The one-on-one fight was great. I don't know. I don't buy their rivalry. I just don't. He's like, I'm gonna keep coming for you. Why?
Yeah.
Why? This man is just trying to swim with his family. What is the problem?
Well, the fact that he got him killed, but I mean,
Nateri did that. He didn't
Yeah.
even do that, bro. My man was having a stroke in the Avatar machine, bro.
well, the fact that they're married, so at the point her struggles is his struggle. So yeah, but
They should have had Stephen Lang kill one of the kids. That way,
they weren't going to do that.
it would have drove the movie better.
They already lost one. They weren't gonna make them lose more than one. I mean, the fact that we had the scene where something happened with the ship, and now all the water is going into one area, and then the little girl the youngest gets sucked in, and the Teary goes after her, and we had like I was saying to the people, I'm like, it's like Titanic, it's like Titanic all over again.
My friend said that too. I was like, it's like Titanic. I was like, yeah.
It's like, oh, he loves having people in distress when it comes to them being in water. What I was about to say. So we get that, and then we get the ship is like, and I thought about that too, because the ship is like flipping upside down, and you got Spider and Kiri trying to, stay on top of the, stay leveled on the ship. Jake and Stephen Lang, I can't even think of what his name is, but we're gonna call him Miles Senior because they're the same name as Spider. But they're fighting inside the ship, and they're being turned upside down and stuff like that. He finally knocks him out, like he put him in like the chokehold and lets him go, but now he's trying to gasp for air because he has no air. He loses air, and I think this is when the sun pops in or something. The sun pops in to save them or something. Mm-hmm. So now he's trying to teach him that, you have to, steady breaths. Neytiri and I can't think of what is it. Tuk, is that her name?
Yeah, I think Tuk.
So. They get stuck in a room. Because they can't open the door. Too much pressure on the water, so they're like stuck and they're scared. I'm trying to think about what else happens. Kiri and Spider go into the water to try to find them or whatever, and then she finds out she can use the water life to maneuver them around into the ship. I don't know how the fuck she got the door open and they couldn't get to the door to get open. When that scene happened, I'm like, that door was open the whole time. That's like that kind of thing. Like, that door was open. Why are you guys sitting there? I know you guys. The thing was they probably couldn't hold their breath for a long period of time. That's probably what it was. But like I say, long story short, we get to where Jake is. He said he can't hold his breath for long, so his son teaches him how to do it. Kiri finds Neytiri and the youngest, get them out. Spider finds his dad, and this is the part I didn't like. I'm like, oh, so he doesn't die in this movie. He doesn't die in this movie. He saves him, gets him out of the water. And then
I thought what it was gonna be was he was gonna go with him.
I did too.
I was waiting for
when he saves him, he's like, "Oh, come with me," and he's like, "No," and he leaves. I'm like, "Oh, that's not what I expected. I didn't expect that. I thought he was gonna go with him."
That and when that happened, and I don't think they show him ever again in the movie. When they did that, I was like, "Okay, this character sucks." Like, he's so back and forth. He goes from, "Oh, I don't like you, I hate you," to, "I'm kind of neutral about this," back to, "I don't like you." It's like, make up your fucking mind. And I feel like they're gonna bring this into the third movie, and I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't want to see this
like
character
a Darth
again.
Vader, Luke Skywalker, and the dynamic or whatever.
Like,
but why should I care? Yeah.
I care about the blue people. I don't care about this. Yes, Stephen Lang is blue, but he's not really blue. He's just human.
The fact that
realistically,
he doesn't. The fact that he doesn't like the Navi, and now he's a Navi is so weird to me. That's what's so weird to me. But yeah, that's basically we're basically closing in at the end. Everyone gets out of the water. Okay. They have a funeral for their oldest son.
Mm-hmm.
They're finally accepted into the clan. The fact that they were about to leave again, I'm like, they're about to leave again. So I guess we're gonna see different parts of Pandora. That's what's happening, right? But I don't think they're gonna leave because they said, "Oh yeah, we're finally a part of this nation. We're finally home." So I guess they're not leaving.
No,
they're not leaving this. Because I thought they were going to leave. I'm like, damn. So we're not going to see this clan anymore. This is it. After you done did all this character development for these other characters, like what the fuck? Because no one died. Like no one died. Like shit. It's not like the first movie where you had all these new characters, but some of the characters died. So, yeah. So basically, they're finally accepted into the clan. Everyone is happy or whatever. Still plots are still open for sequels. Clearly, like Stephen Lang being
uninteresting
alive.
Plots, but
yeah, we got Kiri trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with her.
I don't think the payoff for that is going to be interesting at all. What's happening with Carrie?
Yeah.
I don't think the reveal of her father is going to be interesting. I don't think the reveal of her abilities is going to be interesting either. I don't see that being all that investing to me.
I hope it is, man. Because I'm gonna be really upset if it's not. Because like the fact that she can do all these things and be okay when it comes to being underwater is that it has to be something. It has to be something, that you know that for y'all to set it up this much. You're right. It's probably gonna be like a Ray situation. Like, because the whole thing about Ray in Star Wars was that her parents didn't mean anything, and then we had the last Jedi setup thing about her parents didn't matter, and then the third movie was, oh no, Palpatines are fucking relatives. It's like, like what the fuck. But
I would be down for that if her parents were her parents aren't nobodies because her mom is Grace,
right. Well, her father being nobody, and like I said, maybe it's not that she's an unnatural birth. Like that's my thing is that it doesn't really matter who she's born from.
Yeah,
like I said, to me, as I think it's Awa. Awa is giving her these abilities. That's what I think. That's why she can feel her, and the fact that at the end of the first movie when Grace dies, spoiler alert, Grace dies. She says she's real. I with her, and she's talking about Awa. That's basically that's their god. And she says she's real. So it's something about that. It has something to do with that. That's just my theory. I'm not saying it's true. Don't take that with a grain of salt, but that's what I think is coming of that. But yeah, go ahead and finish us off, Ty. I think that's clearly
we get a montage and they're all at the tree and Jake connects to the tree and he sees his son and they have a nice little scene of them.
I like that.
Reminiscing training and the series there too.
She smiles.
I forgot what he says, but basically it ends the way the first movie ends. It goes a close up and
he opens his eyes. Like that's gonna be the ending of every movie. Him just like opening his eyes.
And that was the end of Avatar.
Is there a post-credit scene?
No.
Okay, I was about to say because like I said, that's why I hate watching emergency awesome videos. I hate it because it's
title. You know why I said
so clickbait.
He is clickbait. That's why I said you won't catch me dead watching one of his videos.
Bro, don't put in your title ending explain.
He'll be like
credit scene explain.
He'll release He'll release a video tomorrow. Avengers Secret Wars official trailer.
Yeah.
Like
Easter eggs.
Shut up,
bro. Come on, son.
Even if there was a post-credit scene, I wouldn't have known. I sprinted out the theater to go pee.
I didn't. I'm so happy. I didn't have to use the bathroom the whole time, and I had a large Coke.
No, I had a large vanilla Coke.
I had a large Coke. And
definitely. I didn't bring it. I bought an Avatar cup when I went to go see the movie.
Oh, it was an actual Avatar cup because I got Avatar on my cup, but it wasn't like it was like a regular.
No, mine is. It's a.
But you go to Regal though, right?
No, I went to AMC for this.
Okay, see that's why. Yeah, AMC usually have that stuff. See,
the Regal one was okay.
Cinemark just gave me a basic cup. Like I thought I ordered a large, they would give me a good cup. No, it just had a regular cup with Avatar stuff on it. It wasn't like a actual like cup that you could take.
The Regal stuff was okay. The popcorn bowl for AMC was garbage. It was like it was a puddle of water that was like a circle. Wow. It's like I'm not paying for that. The cup is really cool though. But that's Avatar: The Way of Water after 13 years.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think my score just went down like half a star.
My score definitely went down talking to AJ about it. I was like,
so you had it at what, a 4?
No, it's at a 4 still.
Okay,
it's
but
just
you had it at a 4.5.
Yeah, kind of. I was like, I don't know. There's a lot to love, but there's also things where I'm like, the writing is just not great, and that's not James Cameron's strong suit anymore.
Yeah, I think for me is that. Like I said, the anticipation for it, as long as we've been waiting 12 to 13 years for this.
It wasn't the anticipation for me because I wasn't that hyped for this movie.
Yeah, I could say the same thing. I wasn't hyped for it either. But like I said, and the thing we know we're getting sequels, so we knew how this movie was going to end. It's going to end with us with more coming. Obviously, we know this movie has to make a certain amount of money for him to keep going. I think he says that the way this story is structured, if he made another one and that was the end, he would be satisfied with that.
The way he said is like this movie and the third movie go together. They're like one and two parts. What I think is what I personally want once they move past the Stephen Lang bullshit is that I want them to have a tribe that goes after them because they keep getting the Sky people keep killing Na'vi, and that tribe doesn't like that Jake and them is getting people killed. I want a Avatar tribe to say, you know what, fuck y'all getting everybody killed. We're taking y'all out. I want that.
Yeah, I think the Stephen Lang thing just need to be a 3-movie arc, and then we move on to kind of like an Infinity War Endgame epic of a whole battle, like you said, for the planet or whatever. It's at the end of the day, it's always going to be Sky people because Pandora is the home place of the Na'vi.
You know what I was thinking about?
But they said they're going to Earth, though. I heard we're going to Earth in one of these movies.
That's going to be the last movie.
Okay, so yeah.
Because if they're saying that this whole thing is really about Earth, I can see them doing that. You know, I was thinking about watching this movie.
I want to go to Earth. You're going to give me the beautiful world of Pandora, then we're going to go to the dying Earth? Like, come on, son.
I was thinking, I was like, Avatar is kind of like Transformers. I don't give a fuck about the humans.
Human characters, yeah. Like we care about the Na'vi more than we care about the humans.
Only in Avatar, we focus way more on what we want.
Yeah.
Rather in Transformers, where we don't focus on what we want.
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't like the humans in these movies. I kind of hate the Sky people.
And maybe that's the point, though. That's the point.
It's not in the way that I'm at.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not at the point where they want me to be. I'm at the point where I'm like, I just don't want to see them. I don't care about them.
Yeah.
Because you got Stephen Lang there. I'm kind of over his character. Spider is a terrible character to me. I'm over him. I don't know. There are certain puzzle pieces right now that I'm just like, it's hard for me to be excited for a third movie. And then this is the thing too. It's like, are we really going to use the same formula for 3 more movies where it's like, we got to, something happens in the beginning and then we got to go and just walk around and do shit for 2 hours and then set up a big third act? Like, I feel like that formula is going to get old.
This is, to me, this is the problem with studios announce we're doing more than one movie, like the Fantastic Beasts situation. There's no way you should announce we got 5 movies in the books for this franchise when it's like, don't tell me that. Like, wait till you see how your movie does and then greenlight a sequel. Don't tell me before when you make the first movie.
I don't think he should have announced
more movies prepared.
I don't think he should have announced 4 and 5. 3 makes sense because it's supposed to be a counterpart to this.
Right.
That's fine. It's just, I don't know. I feel like there just isn't enough.
Yeah.
We'll see, but like, is it really just going to be, they go to another tribe of different elements and they need to learn forest shit.
Yeah.
They need to learn air.
They did forest. They did water. Now what we're going to do? Fire. Like, now we got a fire clan. Like, no. Like,
they're going to be red?
They're going to be red, right. Like, you got to learn how to use fire. Like, no, they're not doing that. Because what's next? Earth? Like, no, because that's connected to the forest. Like, I don't know.
I know a lot of people really love this world. I love this world too. It's just I'm not invested in it really like that. Maybe one more movie will do it, but 5.
Yeah, I think I do. What we said, I do like this more than you. I did really like this movie, and like I said, it probably will be like. And I think it didn't help that I watched the first movie before I saw it too. So I was already like into the world and into seeing these characters again.
I was made more hype when I saw it in September in IMAX. I was like, yo, let's go. I'm hype.
And it was the worst thing is I will do a double feature of both when I get them physically. I probably will watch both back to back.
Oh, wolf!
And I know that that's a struggle because of how long both movies are, but I can see myself doing it. I can definitely see myself doing it.
I don't see myself rewatching this until it comes out on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what I
coming
always
from
say.
no, but this is coming from someone who has the option to go and see it again. I had Kevin asked me on Sunday. He's like, "You want to go see it again?" I'm like,
Hmm.
I don't know, bro. I don't know about that.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if this movie is gonna have legs. Like I said, I don't think it has any competition at all within these next couple weeks. So most likely,
It's already made 400 million.
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna hit a
be
billion.
at
It's gonna hit a billion.
a billion by the end of the month.
Oh yeah, it's no competition. Like the only thing he's got coming up, we got the Whitney Houston movie coming. We got
Babylon.
Babylon, but I don't think that's no competition to Avatar.
Mm-mm.
Like, what else? There's something else coming out, or is those only two?
That's it.
That's it. Okay, so it's really no competition. Then we got January. Nothing's really coming out in January. I
Nothing
guess
till
Ant Man is
February.
coming out in February, but that's 2 whole months of Avatar basically crushing the box office. You know, so it's really it's gonna make its money. Now the fact that it has to make a certain amount to break even, it's like, all right, you know,
I think it's
we'll
gonna
see,
break even.
we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, I think that does it for Avatar: The Way of Water spoiler review. Actually, we got through it pretty quick because I like the way we did it though, because we did it by the way we did it. Because this movie is long. It's long as hell. So yeah, like I said, that's our review, our spoiler review for Avatar: The Way of Water. You guys can spoil it away in the comment section. You guys are watching this on replay. Let us know some of your favorite scenes in the comment section below. Like I said, you guys can spoil it away all you want in the comment section below. So yeah, let's move on to our last topic. And I know Tyler is very excited for this one because he get to show off what he picked up. And of course, that is the Blu-ray collection update. We are physical media collectors. We love holding our optical discs in our hand and putting it in our players. Have you watched your 4K player yet for your PS5 yet?
No, I have not.
Oh,
I
let me know
need
how
to.
that goes. Let me know how that goes. But go ahead, Todd. Take it away and show us what you picked up, bro.
So, most of this is a Christmas care package from Mr. AJ Reacts 2.
Oh
Thank
shit.
you very much. Um, there's one thing with a slipcover that he gave me that I'm gonna show. The other thing is in the closet because it's not that special of a slipcover.
Mhm.
First thing we got is the Purge, the first Purge, number
Not
one.
the first Purge.
Yes.
The Purge 1.
Fucking Universal. So he found this at Big Lots for like $250, and I was trying to get them all with slips because I have 2, 3, and 4 with slips, and I was like, I don't know. He was like, bro, I'm gonna just buy it. It's $2.50. And factory seal. It's factory seal too. I was like, okay, whatever.
Is my Purge movies at?
So,
I only got election year with a slip. All the other ones don't have slips.
got the first Purge. It's okay. It kind of wastes the concept. It's not a bad movie at all. When it finally gets to it, it's fun. There's some good kills in here. Ethan Hawke is really good
Can you
in it.
believe I've never seen any of the Purge movies?
I don't know if you'd like them. By the third one, you'd be like, I'm kind of done with this. It's okay. Next we got
I have the last one that just came
I
out.
kind of want to wait to show this because this is. I'll wait because this movie goes with another movie. Bullet Train, the Walmart exclusive slipcover. So I did buy Bullet Train a couple weeks ago, but AJ got the slipcover for me. He sent it to me because I wanted the slipcover a lot. So he did send me this. He also sent me a slipcover for Encanto because my Best Buy did not have it for whatever reason. This was his original singular Christmas gift to me. Smoking Aces on 4K.
Nice.
I've wanted this because of the slipcover. I love the slipcover. I've never seen this movie.
Damn, I should have bought it when it was $10.
I'm excited to watch it. Cause I showed it to my dad. He was like, "Oh wow, this, yeah, that movie's really good. You like it." I have no idea what it's about. It has a pretty big cast. Who's this?
It has Alicia Keys in it.
Yeah. I don't know who this director is, but I'm excited to watch it. Next, we got two absolute bangers from this week. I'll show you the lesser of the two. We got the Paranorman 4K Steelbook, the Leica Steelbooks. This Steelbook is great, but it is nowhere near as good as this amazing Coraline Steelbook.
Yeah, Steelbook is nice.
This Steelbook, no. See, you see. Oh my God. Look at this gorgeous Steelbook.
And it's purple.
Fantastic. This is easily one of my favorite Steelbooks that I own in my collection right now. Absolutely fantastic. I have not seen this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I now own 2 copies of it because I bought it on Blu-ray not too long ago because the Blu-ray Scream Factory had just come out, and I was like, oh, let me get this so I can watch it. Now I have 2 copies of Coraline, and I still have not seen it. But the 4K looks fantastic. Paranorman I'm interested in too because the poster. I like the poster for Paranorman of all things. Next we got these 2 that coincide. So first he sent me the Steelbook for Star Trek Into Darkness on Blu-ray. He said he didn't like the Steelbook. I really like the Steelbook.
I like the Steelbook.
And then he's also sent me Beyond. I did not have these movies. I have the first one on 4K, but he upgraded his to 4K, so he was like, oh, I'm getting rid of them. I was like, well, I will happily take a Star Trek Steelbook, and I don't have Beyond, so give me Beyond. So now I have these on physical now. The last thing that I got, well, actually, no, I'll show this, but he also sent me the Demon Slayer game for PlayStation 5.
Nice.
He said he kind of hates this game because it's essentially you just play through the show, and he didn't want it because he hated that he paid $60 for it. I was like, well, if you really don't want it, I'll take it. Why not? So, PS5 game.
Nice.
And the last thing that I got, which I'm very happy to own, Batman the Animated Series, the complete series.
It's complete.
No, it's not. Because it doesn't have the new Batman Adventures.
It does.
What?
It does.
Really?
Yes. It does. I know it's not. It doesn't feel like it's on there. It's on there. Oh. They put it on the last disc, I think, or one of the last discs. It's on. It's complete. Because John told me. John told me it's complete.
Season 3.
So you know how we. Yeah, it's all complete. Yeah, John would be the one to tell you because I don't have that. If I can show you, I'm gonna just show my camera as well. But this is the way I have it. I have it like the volumes, like separate. But obviously, mine's are bootleg. Mine's aren't real. So this is how I have it, Tyler. This is how I have it, Tyler. I have it like this.
Yeah.
So mine is separated like that. But for that, they kind of put, I think, season 1 and season 2 as one, and then season 3, I think, is one, and volume 4 is the New Adventures. But I think that it's all on there, which is weird the way they do it. But I think it's all on there.
Yeah, it is because I think. Oh no, that's all season 1.
Yes, I think volume 1 and 2 is one season.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. Wasting time. But Batman the Animated Series. Batman the Animated Series. One of the the greatest superhero animated show ever. I bought this because it was on sale for $30. And I think this was done on purpose because Kevin Conroy passed away. Rest in peace. And I'm also glad that this comes with Mask of the Phantasm and Batman's Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero because I love both of those movies. And I wanted to have those, and now I don't have to buy them separately because it comes in this. I had my eye on this for a while. I remember when this first came out, I almost bought it, and I didn't because it was insanely expensive. But $30 for this whole show?
Yeah, that's a steal.
Can't go wrong, bro.
So I'm probably gonna rebuy that because, like I said, I like the versions I have, but I want that version because that's the official version.
And you get the digital too.
Yeah, actually, I have the digital. I got it from somebody else. So if I did get it, I'll be giving away that digital. But
I would charge somebody for that shit.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm nice like that, so I would give it away on my YouTube channel. So because I'm nice like that. But yeah, I mean, I gave away the Spider-Man trilogy and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So I mean,
I guess.
I mean, those are to me. I would charge for those too. Those are big franchises. But yeah, let me go ahead and show up what I picked up. I did do a. If you guys already saw my Blu-ray hunt video, you guys know what I picked up. So because I did a video yesterday when I went out, I felt like I need to give you guys one because I ain't done a Blu-ray hunt video in like 3 weeks. Because for one, I was out of town. Two, I didn't feel like going out, and then I'm like, okay, I need to make a video. So let me go ahead and make a video and show you guys what. Let me show you guys what I picked up. But some of you guys already know what I got. I picked up a Medea's Christmas. It is obviously it's Christmas time. I do like Tyler Perry. And my stepdaughter Lauren loves Tyler Perry as well. So I'm like, okay, I thought about her and I picked up a Medea's Christmas. I thought this movie was fine. It's definitely one of Tyler Perry's lowest, out of all the Madea movies. It's definitely the lowest, but
there was one that came out this year.
I know it came on Netflix. And I tried to watch it and I didn't finish it, but yeah. I picked up Medea's Christmas. The next thing I picked up was Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh, you bastard!
I was actually surprised. I found this at Half Price Books.
I need that.
I don't know if you. Oh damn! I don't know if you can see the price, but look how much I paid for it. It's $3. I paid $3 for it. I was like, "Oh, you have to come with me."
Yeah, I need that movie definitely.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon. I just haven't bought it yet.
I know. I thought it was out of print. I don't know why I thought this was out of print. I'm like, is this out of print? Let me know. But I guess it's not. Cause I saw when I put it in my list, it was on Amazon for like $10. I'm like, okay, so it's not out of print. So I could have bought it anytime I wanted. But the fact that I saw it in the wild and it was $3, I said, "Yep, I ain't buying that." So yeah.
Disney Plus needs to stop fucking around and put that shit back on there, bro.
It's not. I forgot it's not on Disney Plus. Wow. So the next thing I picked up was The Woman King. I definitely had to buy this. I really enjoyed this movie in the theater. I thought Viola Davis was fucking fantastic in this movie, and I'm sure it's gonna look great on 4K. And I do like the slipcover, Ty. I do like the slipcover. I think it's a nice little design. So yeah, I'm definitely ready to watch it again. So yeah, The Woman King on 4K. The next thing I picked up was Carrie, baby. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. Yeah, I'm ready to watch this movie on 4K. I know Ken from Mid Level Media put up his review. I didn't watch it yet. I'm hearing it's pretty good. I'm here. Yeah, I didn't watch his review yet, and I want to watch it first before I do my review. Or I'm probably not gonna do a review for it, but I want to watch it before I watch his review to see if he's right about certain things. But it's been a minute since I've watched Carrie. I didn't watch it in October, and I kind of hate myself that I didn't watch it in October. I have a Blu-ray for it, and I'm probably gonna keep it because I like it comes with like a paper cover over it, and the image is pretty terrifying. So I probably will keep that Blu-ray. And the last thing I picked up, which I was actually surprised that it was actually in stores, which it shouldn't be because it comes out next week, and that is House of the Dragon.
Oh, so they had 4K? The 4K?
It was in Target, yeah. And people were commenting.
I didn't see the 4K. I saw the Blu-ray.
Yeah, they actually had the 4K. This is the 4K,
nice.
the 4K Blu-ray. And I was like, I said, hold on, this is not supposed to be here yet.
I'm surprised they let you buy it.
They did, and it rang out. It didn't say no sale
because
or nothing.
People at my store, I work at Target, for those who don't know. People try to buy books that are like on the shelves early, and the register will be like, "Oh, this can't be sold until blah 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 at midnight." So I'm surprised they let you buy it.
Yeah, they let me buy it, I had to buy some other stuff too. So it went through the transaction. It's funny because I was telling the cashier, I'm like, I'm actually surprised this is out because it wasn't supposed to. It's not supposed to be out yet. And he was thinking I meant in a bad way when it's, when certain studios release things early because it wasn't good or whatever. And I didn't mean it that way. I meant in the release schedule, it's not supposed to come out till next week, which helped me out because if I don't want to make a video Tuesday, I don't, because that was the one thing I wanted to buy next week. So they kind of helped me out with that because I don't have to go out, but I probably will still make a video. I probably won't really buy anything unless I got to see what comes out. I don't think this whole month has been slow for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's been slow for me.
Halloween ends next week.
Halloween ends is after Christmas.
I thought it was December.
It's December 27th.
Oh.
So we get one more Tuesday in December, and then that's it. So I will make a video for that for sure. Hopefully the weather is good. Hopefully it's not snowing or anything. If it's snowing, you guys, maybe I won't be making a video. But yeah, this whole month has been pretty slow for me when it comes to release. I got a stack. I mean, I got a little stack, but it's nothing new. I mean, I guess Carrie, Woman King, and House of the Dragon are the only new releases I got from this month. Like, and that's how dead it's been for me, at least. So my end of the month haul won't be very big, or my December update won't be very big. I said I will be getting Halloween Ends because I'm a fucking idiot and I have to buy it now. I can't wait for it. And like I said, I don't think anything else is coming out next week. I do want to buy the Coraline Steelbook, and I want Pulp Fiction. I looked at that slipcover in person. I want that motherfucker. That slipcover is fire. I wish that was the Steelbook. That should have been the Steelbook.
So what would you make the slipcover then?
I don't know. That's the problem. It's like, yeah, you have to go with the classic poster and just do a little spin on it for the slipcover. So,
I'm surprised they even did that.
Yeah, I am too. I
thought it was just gonna be the same poster.
Yeah. I mean, it is the same poster. It's just different. It's just black and white.
No, I thought it was gonna be the same, same.
Yeah. But yeah, that does it for the Blu-ray collection update. I did want to talk about just one little thing, but like I said, we are ending 2022 very soon. This will be the last official Nerd Talk episode. We probably will be doing a watch along for Jingle All the Way. I'm hoping we could do it, but obviously Christmas is next weekend. Hopefully we could do it before Christmas. We just got to get our schedules together to figure out when we're doing it. It might just be you guys won't know when it's coming. It probably will just be happening. I'll probably make the stream on the day we do it. It won't be like a stream pre-made. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. Also, going into 2023, like I said, I will be doing my complete Blu-ray collection video for 2023. I will be working on that video for like the beginning of the month. So if you guys don't get any content from me, that's probably why, because I'll be working on that video. I will be making a live stream, doing a channel update on what I want to move forward with the channel. And obviously with Nerd Talk itself, I'll talk to Tyler off camera. What else? I wanted to talk to him about a way I wanted to do Nerd Talk. It will be the same structure, but I'm going to talk to Ty off camera about what we want to do with that, what we want to do moving forward. Maybe we can start doing like, if I can get up to New York, maybe we can start doing stuff out there too. Maybe I could finally get him to Cleveland and we can do stuff together here as well. We'll let you guys know in 2023. We're gonna be trying to make
put me in this box. Put me in this box.
Like I said, I wish I had jumper powers, bro. I'll be jumping into your room and jumping you out. That's what I'll be doing. I wish I had the portal like fucking Doctor Strange and be like coming in like Tobey Maguire in your ass, be like, hi. Those are just the things I want to talk about towards the end of the stream. We're about to close out. I'm gonna let my boy Tyler let everybody know where they can find him at. Take it away, Ty.
I don't know where to find me, man. Right here. Instagram, YouTube, all that. This week was pretty slow. I posted, what did I post this
Avatar
week? No, I posted something before Avatar. I think it was Thor: The Dark World.
It's on MCU, right? Yeah.
Yes. So I posted Thor: The Dark World. What the fucking do? Then I posted my review for the first Avatar. Then I posted my review for The Way of Water yesterday. You guys killed it with the likes. This week is going to be Christmas week on Mind of a Nerd channel posts. So we got tomorrow will be the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. I meant to review it when it came out, but lost track of time. So figured why not?
I watched it yet.
Then Wednesday will be Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Nice. Friday
will be Black Christmas, and Sunday will be A Christmas Story. On Christmas Day, I will be reviewing A Christmas Story.
Nice.
Very excited for that. YouTube stuff. We'll probably do one last haul after Christmas. I'm probably gonna get some stuff around Christmas time, and then just like Alex, I will be doing my 2023 Blu-ray haul, which I am very, very, very excited to do. Um, I don't think I'm gonna do it the same way I did it last year, where it was Blu-rays and the Steelbook separately. I might do one big behemoth of Blu-rays, 4Ks, and Steelbooks and all that shit. So we'll see how I feel about that. But that's all I got going on, though.
Awesome. I said go check them out. All these links to everything will be in the description below for Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. Also, I got other people's links like John's and AJ's, and check out Cinema Heroes. All their links will be in the description below. Like I said, 2023. Like I said, we're gonna start the year strong. You know, I got some plans. You know what I want to do. Looking forward to the channel. More obviously reactions, reviews, all that stuff is not going to change. I'm still going to do that stuff. Live streams, physical media halls, all that stuff is going to stay the same. I want to add probably one more thing to the channel. Like I said, I'll talk, Tyler off the camera about that stuff. You guys will be updated on all that stuff too. There's one thing. For me, for Christmas reviews, I was thinking about what I wanted to review, because I've reviewed a movie on Christmas. Last year I did this Christmas. This year it's probably not going to be a Christmas story. It'll probably be something stupid. Like I wanted to review Friday After Next for some reason. I think it'd be like Friday After Next.
Die Hard.
Yeah, Die Hard. Let's review Die Hard.
Or Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3. No, I already did Iron Man 3. I can't review that again. I reviewed that a long time ago. Maybe it will be Die Hard. Maybe I should review Die Hard. That'd be awesome. I did watched it too, and I fucking loved it. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Like I said, if you guys already subscribed to the channel, you guys already know. Hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button. If you guys enjoy physical media, watching longs, trailer reaction reviews, all that type of stuff, you're in the right place. Go check out my boy, Mind of a Nerd. He's awesome. Has awesome reviews. Go check him out. I don't know how many times I keep saying it. Go check him out. So that ends this stream, you guys. If you guys are done watching the channel, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Like I said, we're done with the live stream, at least for Nerd Talk, until 2023. And I hope you guys have a safe one. And we're honest with you guys. Peace out.